Welcome, welcome. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You ain't gonna never get tired of seeing my face. Cause it seemed like y'all give me something to talk about every single day, look like. I ain't never been laughed this much. All disrespectful comments will get removed expeditiously. Thank you for the patience. Yep, yep. Make sure y'all keep the likes up on this stream. Okay, let's see. We are going to be talking about, y'all already see the title. It's pinned at the bottom. People mocking death. And I was inspired to make this video today. Shout out to my husband. He had went live earlier this morning, um, talking about, people mocking death, mocking Charlie Kirk's death. I haven't been talking about Charlie Kirk in a while, maybe like a week or so. But all I keep seeing in my timeline, bro, is like people just they won't stop. It's like it seemed like they just constantly keep going. You know, like this man is dead now, and y'all still won't let him rest. And it's crazy. And I know that a lot of people, they feel a way about what I'm saying, and it's like, well, he said this and he said that and he did this and he did that. But when are y'all gonna understand it's not what about someone says and not about what someone does that should justify you mocking their death? Like, how is that justifiable? So, with that being said, I got a scripture that I wanted to read for the people that keep mocking death, that claim to be Christians, that claim to be welcome Scrungo, or however you say name, that really feel like it's okay. And it's like, oh well, he said this and he said that and he did this and he did that, and he said this about MLK and he said this about George Floyd. Like, leave that up to God to judge. You should not be the judge of that. When a person dies, we are supposed to feel something. We're supposed to feel some type of sorrow, some type of some type of sympathy, something. But when there is nothing there and it's like, well, that's what he get. I'm telling you, man, you gonna have to face the Most High God with this one, y'all. Y'all getting out of control with it now. In Proverbs chapter, 17, verse 5, let's get it. Proverbs chapter 17, Verse 5 specifically states, whoever mocks the poor reproaches his maker, and he who is glad at calamity shall not be held innocent or go unpunished. Come on now. Do you hear that? Whoever mocks the poor reproaches his maker, and he who is glad at calamity shall not be held innocent or go unpunished. I'm not sure how many of these content creators have read this specific Bible scripture, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of people that will not be held innocent. It's a lot of people that will go unpunished. Shall not be held innocent or go unpunished. Like this is it's not funny. And so for people that don't get it, what that specifically means is mocking the poor is an insult to God. And those who take pleasure in another's misfortune will not escape punishment. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Yeah. For y'all so-called Christians and stuff like that, everybody that claim that they're Christian, they go to church every Sunday, and you should know that. You should know that. Y'all know that this is wrong, you know? So basically, I just want to read this. The verse serves as a warning against a lack of empathy for the less fortunate and joy in their suffering, highlighting that these actions reflect poorly on one's relationship with God. Had to read that because I know a lot of y'all probably still don't get it. And it's crazy. A lot of people block stuff out of their mind intentionally. They like, man, he didn't have no empathy. Charlie Kirk he ain't had no empathy. Y'all keep talking about this and he really ain't have no empathy. But obviously in the Bible it specifically states that the verse serves as a warning against a lack of empathy for the less fortunate and joy in their suffering. So at the end of the day, whatever he did, whatever he said, he has to face his judgment if that's the case. If that's the case. Right. People just make excuses to be evil. And it's sad. The times that we live in, you know? Sad. Sad situation. Because first and foremost, if you lose a loved one, right? You're going to feel pain. You're going to feel hurt. You're going to be feeling sad. Someone in your family died. You're going to be hurt. Imagine how his children felt and his wife felt when they had to watch this man get assassinated in front of billions of people. Albert Welcome says, God bless your ministry and the teachings thereof in your service. I appreciate that, Albert. Thank you. I'm just trying to help people to understand that this is not okay, and it's in the scriptures that it's not okay. I don't understand how people just feel like, and they keep making excuses for it. And I didn't want to talk about this. I really didn't. If y'all really want to know, I didn't want to talk about it, but I had to get it out there because I'm so tired of people constantly still doing the same thing. And then it's crazy because y'all the same people that feel like y'all need y'all jobs and stuff, and y'all afraid to lose y'all jobs, and you afraid for your job to fire you, but then you turn around and you mock this man's death, and then your job fire you. There's the video right here, right? I want to look at this. We're gonna go to this one right here. Just sad, bro. It's sad. Mr. Nice Guy says, Matthew chapter 7, verse 6, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. I had read that scripture also as well. You know what I'm saying? But, I want to say this too. So, let me tell y'all something. And I'm not trying to say any names. I'm not trying to push nobody out there and throw nobody under the bus. But I'm gonna tell you something. Anytime you react to my videos or whatever the case may be, or you got something to say about my videos or whatever, just know that I don't do the whole mocking death thing at the same time. Like, I cannot acknowledge people that still mock death while trying to react to the video. Like, while trying to react to my video. Um and like I said, I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say who did what or whatever the case may be. But just know there is people out there that is using my videos and then they're mocking Charlie Kirk's death at the same time because they believe that, I should not have any sympathy for this man dying because he said this, that, and the third about black people. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. It just really sound like some childish stuff because people talk about me all the doggone time, but I'm not gonna mock them when they die. You know, I'm dealing with a whole doggone racist ass system at the same time that y'all mocking Charlie Kirk's death. I'm actually dealing with a racist ass system right now. But if something happens to them, I'm not gonna mock their death. I'm not gonna mock them when something happens to them. Real talk. So let me go ahead with this video.
Lefties are losing it.
So the name of this person, his name is Levi Nix, I guess. I own no copyrights to this video. This is his video. I guess he is also reacting to people getting fired for mocking Charlie Kirk's death. So that's this video is.
After finding out that their words actually do indeed have severe consequences. I got a banger from Melanie King. Let's get straight into it. For my job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my job. Say that again. I was just fired from my job. Now I have nothing but this.
Man. Let me tell y'all something. To be honest, we really not supposed to mock nobody at all, bro. We not supposed to mock nobody. I mean, every single day is a learning experience for me. Every single day it is. Every day I learn something new. And I learned that we really not supposed to mock anyone because, to be honest, we are created in the image of God.
We don't feel bad. Nothing but this once. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore.
This dude is crashing out because he lost his job for mocking Charlie Kirk's death. I'm going to just be honest. I don't believe in karma, but I do believe that you reap what you sow. What you reap, you shall sow.
As you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
So you think celebrate? I love it. I love it. I love it. Shout out to Melanie King for putting this compilation together. There's a ton of these clips online. I've tried to find all of them, but goodness gracious, the amount of tomfoolery that these liberals have exhibited throughout this, and also the senselessness of it all, and the fact that they thought that there would be no consequences after mocking Charlie Kirk's death. This is the karma that I think we all wanted to see.
As I stated, I do not believe in karma. I believe that what you reap, you shall sow. And it actually says that in the scriptures. Like, everything is literally in the scriptures. So I want to actually pull that verse up because I really don't know the exact verse, but y'all got to be careful. Exactly. Treat folks how you want to be treated, man. I'm telling you. So if one of your loved ones passed away, one of your loved ones died, how would you feel if the whole entire world mocked their death. How would you feel if everybody pointed and laughed at you? Y'all see the thumbnail. You see the thumbnail. How would you feel if someone pointed and laughed at you for your pain? Come on, man. Y'all evil, bro. And then y'all keep making excuses to be evil. It is not okay. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 through 9. I promise you, it's crazy. I'm really gonna read this. This is crazy. That's crazy how you just pulled that up. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 through 9. Appreciate that, Mr. Nice Guy. Be not deceived. God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Y'all heard that church song? If we faint not. Man, y'all is tripping. You feel me? We on the same time, and great minds think alike.
I was waiting to do this video because I knew there would be more and more videos come out. And we'll probably have to do 2 or 3 of these. But this stuff is absolutely just karma, and I think these people deserve it.
To the person that sent that video to corporate and got me fired, thank you. And I know that everybody is going to see this video.
Baby girl, you're crying. You're mad. You're not happy.
You're a liar!
You're not happy about this.
Too, and that's okay. I'm not going to say anything wrong. Did I realize that what I was saying in that video was going to lead to this? No, I would have never fucking done that. But it seems like with my life, no matter how...
Well, like I said, every day is a learning experience, right? Sometimes we got to take some big L's in order to really learn through things. Even if that means that you had to lose your job for mocking someone's death, ma'am. The guy that's, the guy that's pushing this, that's reacting to the videos, I don't know if he understands, that it's not really about karma. It's about you reap what you sow. And also, most importantly, we have to be careful laughing at people who are losing their jobs. Like, we gotta be careful with stuff. It's literally like a domino effect. People are mocking Charlie Kirk's death, right? And then they end up reaping what they sow once they mock his death. And then you got people like us that are actually seeing everything unfold all across the internet, and we watching people lose their jobs. And we know that it's not funny. It's not funny at all. But it's a domino effect, So what do you think is going to happen to people that's actually laughing at people that's losing their jobs behind mocking Charlie Kirk's death? That's the thing.
Hard I fucking try?
So hard I tried. Oh, what is it? I tried so hard, it didn't get really far.
Not cool, bro. Not cool. I mean, I appreciate you for reacting to these videos. I appreciate you for actually having a heart that Charlie Kirk, got assassinated in front of the whole world, and that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have went that way. But, we got to be careful, man. We really have to be careful.
Baby girl, you gotta know that your words have consequences. Come on now.
I end up fucking shut up. But I know that everything happens for a fucking reason. And I may not...
because you're an idiot.
Gotcha, bitch!
know right now what that reason is. But eventually, God will...
The reason is because the universe wanted you to have some karma. Or if you believe in God, God wanted you to have some karma.
God wanted you to have karma. God don't want us to have karma. But like I said, in the scriptures, Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 through 9, it tells you right there, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. God don't want us to have karma. He just don't want us to do things like this. But when you do things like this, you have to find out that you're not supposed to do things like this. Seriously. And honestly, it's always time for isolation. There is always time in your life for a period of isolation. So now she may end up being lonely and really thinking to herself like, man, I will never in my life do nothing like this again. God, I'm sorry. Like sometimes people end up having to, he will literally put you through certain circumstances to make you have time for him. For real.
For being senseless and mocking someone else's death and being insensitive to a man that was a father and had children. That's why you got fired. That's why. Don't think it's some other reason. The reason you got fired is because you were a non-compassionate, evil person.
Know that to me. I love helping addicts. I love helping people. This job stressed me the fuck out.
You know, hey, you know what's crazy? Me and this dude literally just made the same face. The same face. He looked like, you love helping people? So this is another thing, man. This is what I don't understand about people. You got people that will sit up here and talk about crime and violence and how Trump needs to bring the National Guards on into Chicago, but they turn around and they mock death and they laugh at Charlie Kirk for getting assassinated in front of billions of people across the world. Like, you know, they think stuff like that is funny, but they want Trump to bring in the National Guards. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people like this that's talking about, I love helping people. Okay, so if you have a passion for helping people and you got love in your heart and you like to help people and that's what you like to do, then why are you out here mocking people's death as someone getting assassinated in front of the world online? Why? But you claim that you like help. You see what I'm saying? Be not deceived. Be not deceived. Man, people will deceive. You know what? 2025 has showed me that, I'm telling you, this literally, I called it on the spot. And I don't even remember what live stream it was that I did, but I did a live stream months ago. And I called this out. And I said 2025 is literally the year of deception. 2025 is the year of people are, they so fake. 2025 is the year of fake people, if you ask me. Yes, I did a live stream on it. You can go back and look at it. I did it, I think, earlier this year or late last year or whatever. But yeah, 2025, the year of the fake people. Fake and the phonies. And people, yeah, fake people and evil people. Yep. And people are, it took Charlie Kirk's death for the evil to come up out of people and for these people to really show you that the whole entire time they wasn't Mr. or Mrs. Nice. They was never nice. They were never loved. They never had compassion in their hearts. It was all a facade. It was a cover up. So, like I said, you know, the evil has been exposed amongst us.
Some days, but I didn't care because it was worth it because I was helping people. I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
Maybe, I don't know where you work, but anywhere you got a little, like, you got a shirt like that with a little logo on it, it's probably not a high-end corporate gig. You know what I mean? Where did you work at? Glorious? You know, where did you work at? TGI Fridays? Like, it looked like you honestly probably worked at a freaking bowling alley. Dude, who cares? Whoop-de-doo.
I gotta pause right there. I gotta pause because see, this what I'm saying. Like we can't laugh and point fingers at people right now. You know, it's not funny on either side. It's not funny when people mock Charlie Kirk's death, and it's not funny when people lose their jobs behind this either. Unfortunately, they have to find out. They gotta mess around and find out the hard way. But still, you know, being that we know better as people, as adults, being that we know better, we should know not to mock anybody no matter what. No matter what. What's up, Ivan? Welcome back. Right. You said it makes me wonder if their demons would have been exposed if he never passed away. Interesting. Right. And that's what I said. You know, when I actually did one of the live streams, I think it was last week, about Charlie Kirk. I did say that. I said that if this man had never got assassinated in front of the whole entire world, I wonder how long would it have had took for us to find out that these people were demons that live amongst us. See, me personally, I really already knew. Is it a mosquito in here? I think it just bit my ass. See, me personally, I already knew that there was demons amongst us. I already knew that. I had already been seeing people being fake. You know what I'm saying? People are fake as hell. So I already knew that we live amongst demons, you know, in human form. But I wonder how long it would have took for everybody else to figure this out.
My daughter is about to go to college.
Well, she's cooked now.
And I don't know now how I'm going to pay for that. But I know that I'll figure it out. And if you want to send this video to corporate too, that's fine.
Baby girl, you're already fired. We don't care. If you're over...
This is wild. Really, really wild.
But to anybody that creates content, if you work at a treatment facility...
This dude, this irks me, man. Just because you get on TikTok and rant, you're not a content creator, dude. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Content creators have to put a lot of thought into this, and they have to have like a message and a core following. Just because you put a camera on your face and you're on TikTok and you do rants and you talk about stuff doesn't make you a freaking content creator, in my opinion. That's just me, though, dude. Like, a content creator, in my opinion, is somebody who has a message, who's amassed a following, who, you know, make your face.
No disrespect, bro, but I'm really trying to, like, I just want to hit a video.
It doesn't matter if you don't speak somebody's name. Just describing a situation is enough to get you fired. I did not know that. But now I sure do now.
Stupid.
I don't know what I'm meant to do in this life. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I am trying to follow the path that I thought God had for me and wanted.
No. Don't bring God into this. Because if you would have been listening to God, you would have had compassion about Charlie Kirk and his family. You weren't listening to God. You weren't listening to him.
For me, but I just keep getting thrown in different ways. Maybe
Hey, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
I'm just, hey, you gotta figure out what you're gonna do. Y'all see, and this is exactly what I was talking about in the stream yesterday. People are literally in fear. They are afraid to lose their job. They afraid to just be without money. Like, y'all have been living in fear anyway the whole entire time. You know, sometimes you just gotta mess around and find out how it feels to not have a job, bro. Because y'all be in fear. You live in fear every single day of your life that you might potentially lose your job, and we're not supposed to fear anything or anyone except the Most High God.
There you go, baby girl. You wanted that. You wanted strength, right? And he's giving you a battle right now.
make stupid decisions, yes. But my intentions are always fucking good.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Cap, your intentions are not always good. You dancing on someone else's grave and saying that Charlie Kirk deserved it? Absolutely not. No. You're a bad person. You're evil, and evil people get evil consequences, and it is what it is.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So, we came in for an order earlier to print a poster for a vigil tonight.
Yes,
For somebody that passed.
propaganda.
It's not
It's propaganda. I'm sorry. We don't put that here.
Alright, so.
Wow, good on them. I think this is one that was like a Charlie Kirk poster they had that had some like negative verbiage on it, so they refused to print it. So I don't know if this is staple. I'll be reacting and not responding. You know what I mean?
Yeah, about Charlie Kirk ended up on Turning Point UK's Twitter account, so
That, goodness gracious, what does this look?
I need to address this because it's all getting a little out of hand. Let me firstly state that I am no longer at the Petticoat Emporium. My stall has been removed. In the neck at his own debate rally. I try to avoid American politics if possible, but I've opened X to a bunch of little bitches crying and whinging about how political violence is never the answer. These people are gunning for politics that is inherently violent to its people. These people are gunning for politics that are inherently violent to a population.
Charlie Kirk was never violent. He preached so much against violence.
You know what's crazy? It's like he got, and correct me if I'm wrong, soon as he started talking about gun violence, he was assassinated. You know? So it's like this man got assassinated for talking about gun violence. He really got assassinated for just opening up his mouth and talking about the truth, but y'all still don't believe that he was talking the truth. A lot of people believe he was racist. A lot of people, they wanted him to respect their views and not respect his. And I feel like respect should go both ways, to be honest.
This is such a horrible take.
To marginalize people, to people who need access to healthcare. This is the same across the West. This isn't just the US. This is in.
It is not okay, bro. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to mock someone's death, no matter what. No matter what they said, no matter what they did, no matter whatever. It's not okay. It's not okay to laugh at somebody. I don't care what nobody say. You got people reacting to my videos talking about, oh, well, she was okay with having sympathy for Charlie Kirk. Yes, I was. And I still am. And I will sympathize for anybody that gets killed or assassinated, whatever the case may be. If something happened to Donald Trump, I will feel bad for him as well. And I know, people may look at me like, what? He deserves it. No, nobody deserves to die, bro. We are all created in the image of God, all of us. Seriously. Make that make sense. How is it okay for someone to get killed or get assassinated if we all created in the image of God?
England too. I'm sick of this idea that you can't meet violence with violence. If somebody was smacking you in the face in the corner of a room over and over, you're going to hit them back. You have to. You're not getting.
Charlie Kirk never put his hands on everybody. These analogies are so trash.
That unless you do. These people do not care if you live or die. They don't.
Yes, dude, Charlie Kirk definitely did.
I don't know what Charlie Kirk did, to be honest. I don't know if he really cared. None of us know. We don't know if he did care. We don't know if he didn't care. We was not up here in his mind. We don't know what he was thinking. We don't know what he was doing behind closed doors. That's the problem. People assume too much. Everybody believes that they know what this man really was thinking for real. Like I said, every day is a learning experience for me. So I just came to the realization that honestly, we really don't know. Yeah, we don't know. Just like people claim to be Christians and stuff like that, behind closed doors, they're demonic. And now their demons are exposed. It's exposed. Now you know that they're really not Christian. Now you know that they really don't have love in their heart. So we really don't know. But we should never be okay with someone getting killed or dying. And it should never be an excuse for you to be okay with it. Like, for you, it's always an excuse for somebody to remain evil. And it's like when you tell them about it, and then when you give them the Bible verses and the scriptures, it's like, nah, but he said anytime you can reject the scriptures, come on, man. You already know what type of
He's pro-life.
Anytime you can reject what the scriptures say, though, you got to deal with the Most High God for real.
If y'all want to kill him, he wants to keep him alive.
As long as you can work for them and make them money, and once you're useless, they don't care. They want you to die. They want you to.
Exactly. You basically rejecting God. You're rejecting God. You reject the scriptures. If I'm sitting here on this live stream right now and I'm trying to tell you Proverbs chapter 17, verse 5 specifically states, whoever mocks the poor reproaches his maker, and he who is glad at calamity shall not be held innocent or go unpunished. If it is in the scriptures that we shall not mock death, if it is in the scriptures that you reap what you sow and you reject that, then you're rejecting God. Seriously. So just keep that in mind. That y'all are gonna have to deal with the Most High God on this one, man.
These guys that are like exposing these people, bro, I love them.
Appreciate the likes, really do. Please make sure that y'all engage as well.
She has been put on unpaid leave due to her social media post. For some reason, Haley thought that this cartoon would be appropriate.
Whoa, hold
This is a
on.
person.
Sorry, gotta show y'all this one. So we had to pause it right here. Haley, I guess, was fired from her job, unpaid leave due to this post right here of Charlie Kirk, and said, debate this. She said, debate this. Wow. You see how wicked and evil people really are? Wow. But y'all claim y'all good people. These people be, it be so crazy to me, because these are the same people that be like, yeah, of course, no problem. You have a great one. This whole entire situation where people was mocking Charlie Kirk's death has really helped me to not trust people. I ain't trust people anyway. But this really has helped me to see that people are extremely evil and deceiving. I'm telling you. Not cool at all.
That works in law enforcement. She's a 911 dispatcher.
Wow.
Well, she was.
Well, I mean, if you look right there, Exhibit A, right on that little nostril there.
How? You a 911 dispatcher and you're supposed to be helping the people, and you sitting up here mocking this man's death. You got a picture of this man getting shot in the neck talking about debate this, and you a 911 dispatcher. Do y'all see? There you go. You see how wicked and evil people, you cannot just trust anybody, bro. People out here are extremely evil, man. For real. Russell, what's up? You says, seek the Lord while he may be found, call on him while he is near. Yes. Yeah. You said 911 is just as racist as Kirk was. Here we go. Yes, America is evil. This country, yes, it is. It is evil. But this country is getting judged, and it will definitely be judged for sure. And you said 911 is just as racist as Kirk was. See, Marlon, is that an excuse? Is his racism an excuse? I mean, is his assassination justified because he was racist? Because you believe that he was racist? Is his assassination justified? This man getting killed in front of his family, in front of billions of people, is that justified to you? I'm just asking you a question. That's all. I just want to know. Do you believe that it is justified? That's all I want to know.
There is that septum ring.
A lot of people on this app were making jokes about Charlie Kirk's assassination on social media. And today, they are waking up, finding out that they have no jobs and they have been fired or laid off. Well, what did you think was going to happen?
Okay, so let me help you understand, Marlon. Right now, what we're talking about is when mocking death goes too far. These people have gotten fired from their jobs, which is not okay. I don't want nobody to get fired from their job. I don't want nothing bad to happen. I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, but they got fired from their jobs because they sat up there and they mocked Charlie Kirk's assassination. You saying that, I'm just saying he was racist, okay. But what we're talking about here is how mocking death goes too far. That's the thing. I just want to know, is it justified because he was racist? And you know what would be crazy to me? People be sitting up here talking about, oh, he was racist, but y'all dealing with racism everywhere you go. You got to deal with racist cops. You got to deal with racism on the job. You got to deal with racism everywhere you go. But it's like Charlie Kirk was racist. Everybody keeps saying that. They keep saying it. Okay. And I got to deal with a racist ass system right now. Right now, I'm dealing with a racist ass system. But guess what? I don't want nothing bad to happen to them. I don't want nothing bad to happen to them. And I just leave it all in God's hands at the end of the day. Neo says, and my other theory is that Trump wanted him executed, probably found the truth. Facts. We all got our little theories, you know what I'm saying? We really don't know what really happened. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that, for sure.
Just because you don't agree with what somebody says does not mean that you should be doing stuff like this.
I completely agree. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
Okay, I don't know what that's about, right?
Do you know the solar company's dirty little secret? Well, it turns out that if you live in Illinois, they have to give you solar.
This is a sad world that we're living in.
So true. I got a buddy who was trying to make some posts about it. We have very, very different political beliefs, but I try to set that aside. I've known this guy for a long time. And he was posting some stuff about it, but as soon as people started getting fired after like the first day, he stopped completely because I was like, oh, I think he realizes that he keeps poking the bear, he gonna lose his job too.
I made some stupid comments about Charlie Kirk on the day that he was shot. I said some things on Blue Sky and on Threads that I'm sorry, not sorry for, but I said them and I deleted them when it was requested that I do so by my employer. And then today, on a weekend,
yeah,
I'm told that I am no longer employed at Microsoft. Won't they know?
Give me a second, y'all. All right, we back.
Years building the diversity, equity, and inclusion department from scratch. I lose my job because one of you, some random person, reports my posts to my employer, goes out of their
Again, man. First and foremost, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And what y'all are doing in the flesh is you're mocking Charlie Kirk's death. You reap what you sow. Some people still don't learn a lesson and they just keep doing stuff like him. He said, sorry, but not sorry. Okay. Well, listen, since you didn't learn your lesson, then you got to sit down and you really got to learn your lesson. Now you got to figure it out. Now you got to figure out what you're going to do. I'm telling you, sometimes things like this happen also so that people can have that isolation time to get closer to God, but people still don't realize it. It still don't click up here. Still, you know, sometimes certain things be meant to happen. I'm just being 100. You know, I lost a lot of family, a lot of friends, and when I say that, I say that, and I'm not saying it like, oh, they ended up in a grave. Oh, I mean, you know, a certain situation happened in my life and they turned their backs on me. And I had to finally come to the realization that this is my time, my isolation time to get closer to God. And it helped me to become so close to God that I just didn't care about talking to them no more. I was perfectly fine with being alone, losing jobs, getting fired, all type of stuff. It helped me to realize that I really don't care about a job, okay?
Way to find out where I work and takes my job, takes my security away from me for a thought.
Again, people live in fear every day of their lives and they are so afraid to be without work. They are afraid for their bank account. They're afraid to wake up the next morning and look and see 0.00 because they believe that they're not gonna, I don't know how to live through this. How am I gonna live through not having a job? How am I gonna live through $0? What am I gonna do? Call on God. I'm telling you.
For an opinion, and you talk about freedom of speech like you care about it, and you're just gonna take my money.
God gave us freedom of speech. You know, God gave us freedom of speech. People take politics so serious, bro. They take it so serious to the point where it's like they gave us freedom of speech. No, God did. Real talk.
My life, my food off my plate.
No. It's freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequences. That's the thing. You got to realize when you're an influencer or a content creator, and you already know how I feel about being called that, but when you're somebody that is putting yourself in the public eye, you got to realize it is free speech, but it's not free consequences. You know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And these people are realizing that, bro, like, you want to talk out the side of your neck, something's going to happen to you.
I like going on the internet and finding people who like to make fun of Charlie Kirk's death, and I let their employers know what they're up to online. And we got 7 more confirmed fired.
So I've lost my job. I got called into the office yesterday. I kind of felt like something was off, but they called me in the office yesterday, and after I finished like half through the work, and told me that they could either fire me or I could put a resignation in, but that would look better. But they fired me, or they're getting rid of me because of my TikTok.
So here we go. YouTube likes to block my I'm so sorry, y'all. I did not see any of these comments. This is ridiculous. I have to scroll all the way up. So the last thing that they let me see. Wow. Okay, yeah. So now I have to scroll all the way to Trenton. What's up? He said he wasn't racist. Ivan says the worst thing is that his kids will not have a father, his wife without her husband. I don't wish death on no one. I'm just saying. And then here we go with the person saying black people didn't gun him down. It don't matter who gunned this man down. I don't care if it was a white person. And then that's another thing that y'all keep doing. Y'all keep saying white on white crime because he talked about black on black crime. I talk about black on black crime all the time. All the time. You know? And it's like y'all just get so offended because a white man or a white person talks about black on black crime. And then y'all want to turn around and point the fingers and say, oh, well, there's white on white crime. Okay, we know that. We know that. It is. It is white on white crime sometimes, and it's black on black crime majority of the times. But at the same time, it is not. Y'all would literally find any reason to justify this man getting assassinated. And the fact that he talked about black on black crime, that is not nothing should be justified for anybody to get killed or assassinated at all. Nothing. I don't care who it is. I don't care what the situation was. King Von, he got killed, and I don't feel like that was. I feel like that shouldn't have been justified either. Even if there's a serial killer that's going around killing people, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that should be my judgment to say, oh well, you know, go ahead and do what y'all gotta do to him. Get him up out of here and make sure y'all put him in the graveyard. Like, nah, man, that's up to God, bro. We gotta understand that. You said, all due respect, ma'am. Charlie Kirk was not a racist. He believed in judging people by their character, not their color, you know? Nah, it's perfectly fine. You entitled to your own opinion, Dixon. As long as you being respectful, that's all that matters to me. So yeah, I know. I'm not saying we never said that he was racist, but we were talking about somebody in the comment section that said that he was a racist, and it's like, that's what we're talking about, is how mocking death goes too far, and nothing whatsoever. I don't care what it is, what this man said, what he did, how he thought, what y'all thought he thought, whatever the case may be, it's still not justified. Like, his assassination is not, it's not okay. It's not okay. We don't agree with white on white or black on black. Don't matter. Nobody should. That's all that I'm trying to. This is all I'm trying to say, and I just want people to understand that, you know. And I look. I ain't gonna go back and forth with nobody either. But if you really feel like that it's okay that he should have died, then I'm gonna be honest with you. You got to take that up with the Most High God at this point. You got to. Because it's not funny. It's not okay. And it's not funny that people are losing their jobs behind this either.
In the book post,
You gotta pay your rent. Well, rent is still due, brother man.
You see what I'm saying? He said, I gotta pay my rent. He crying, he screaming and yelling in the camera. He gotta pay his rent. Man, when I tell y'all, the fear that people live with every day of their lives is crazy. And it be people, it's crazy because it be people that have had their job for years. And then they do something like this and they end up getting fired because they think nothing's gonna happen to me. I've been on my job for about 3 to 7 years. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I got freedom of speech. I can say whatever it is that I want to say.
After celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk, DC writer Gretchen Felker Martin has been fired.
That name in itself, Gretchen Felker. Good Lord.
And DC has canceled the entire new series of Red Hood. She posted some comments that I almost don't want. Thought them to write for them should set off some alarm bells about what's coming from DC. Bottom line, Red Hood is dead on arrival, and now DC's cleaning up a mess they should have seen from a mile.
you got people.
I mean, it's so true, and I feel like we're seeing a lot of stuff like this happen with like woke games, and like I just played the new Assassin's Creed.
Okay, so I want to go to another video because I'm hearing about I am hearing about, what is his name again? D.L. Hughley, the comedian. He was mocking Charlie Kirk. He was mocking Charlie Kirk, and this man. Let's see what he got to say.
So Charlie Cook was shot yesterday at a school in Utah. by obviously a white assailant, because there are three words that let me know instantly. I can tell you who it is, because I can tell you who it ain't. And there are three words that let me instantly know it wasn't a black guy, because the three words are Utah and at large. So, how is
hold up.
was shot in a black
All
city,
right,
in a black district, and an
before I finish this entire video, this is D.L. Hughley, however you say his name, who is a comedian, okay? And he got a YouTube channel. And he, from my understanding, people were saying that he was mocking Charlie Kirk's death. So I don't own any copyrights to this video. Just want to say that before I play it. But I'm reading his comment section, man, and they in the comment sections literally. Let me read one of the comments. People just got a taste of how black towns were destroyed, or black people were lynched when they falsely claimed a black person did something to a white person, and they go nuts. Yeah, we're gonna read another comment. Let's see. Somebody said, black people I know are just trying to work, take care of our families, and keep our sanity. I don't know any black people that talk about white people all day with as much hatred as they talk about us. We are tired of being blamed and harassed. Thank you for always stepping up and speaking out for black people. Okay, so y'all sound crazy as ever. Let's see. We're gonna read another. Somebody says, that is the point. Many people don't talk about a lot. The last sentence that came out of that man's mouth was shifting the blame for gun violence to brown people and immigrants. His last sentence was a vile attempt at dehumanizing non-whites. This is just ridiculous, bro. I really feel like I'm getting attacked by a doggone mosquito, but it's cool because I'm gonna catch it and I'm gonna slap it. They keep saying, oh, it was one of his own. Someone said, I heard this yesterday and it stuck with me. It doesn't matter who it is when the enemy is already chosen. The speaker pointed to the history in Rwanda between the Hutu tribe and the Tutsi tribe. When the president of Rwanda was killed, it didn't matter who killed him. The enemies were all ready to decide and blood was going to flow. In this case, conservatives have wanted to put a target on every black and brown person in this country. So Charlie Kirk dying, even in one of the per capita whitest states in America, wasn't going to stop the placement of that target. Like, why are y'all justifying this man? Oh, my bad, because y'all look up to comedians like D.L. Hughley. See, y'all look at these celebrities, like y'all bow down and worship them. Real talk. And y'all allow these celebrities to make it okay. Makes no sense. They keep trying to justify it from every angle. It's still not okay. Read Proverbs chapter 17, verse 5, and you will have to F around and find out. Just saying. Or should I say, I'm sorry, mess around and find out. Lord, forgive me. Right. You say when I hear people say he is racist, they are basically justifying his death. Unfortunately, you still justifying. When you say that this man was racist, you still justifying. Come on now. Dixon says, hurt people. I feel like it's people just trying to one up each other to see who can hurt who the most. It is crazy. We should be building each other up, right? You said Lakeisha says, I didn't hear anything wrong. I don't know what you mean. Esper, what are you talking about? You said what isn't okay is using God's love as a cudgel to put down and hate your fellow humans. Huh? What do you mean? And you see what they do? They try to twist everything around and put it back on you. I'm not the one that's lacking compassion out here. I actually have love in my heart, okay? And I feel for people that are actually losing their job. Maybe you should rewind the live stream so you can see that, because y'all be coming in here late and just assume. That's the problem. People assume too much. You come in late and you just start assuming that I'm just saying something. I'm saying anything. Lakeisha says, I don't. I think you need to be respectful. No one deserves to. Who's being disrespectful? Who's being disrespectful? Because nobody at all, deserves to die. Nobody deserves to die. Nobody deserves to get killed, no matter what the situation may be, no matter what somebody said, no matter what. Nobody deserves to die. We are all created in the image of God, bro. And then, like, nobody deserves to lose their job behind this, but I mean, obviously it's a domino effect. And also, when you tease and mock people for losing their job, for teasing Charlie Kirk being assassinated, then that's gonna come back on you too. Like, ain't nothing funny about none of this, to be honest, if you ask me. Nothing. So, I mean, if you feel, and then you see how they just try to twist everything and they put it back on you and they say, what's not okay is the fact that you're using God's love. No, let me tell you something. I have love in my heart, and honestly, it'll never go away. Okay? I just want y'all to understand that. My heart is not gonna grow cold because I'm not gonna allow it to, no matter what. No matter about a Republican, Democrat, you see, y'all be allowing the world to create division, and you allow certain things to create division to cause your heart to grow cold. That is the thing. You shouldn't want your heart to grow cold, but y'all do that, and then y'all sit here and you twist it around and flip it around on people that actually still got love in their hearts. God actually wants us to have love in our hearts. Make it make sense.
HBCU. Why is it that HBCUs are?
So let me start this over. This is comedian DL Hughley. I'm definitely hearing. Oh, okay. Shout out to Miss Lakeisha Hicks. Thank you. But over here, we don't believe in karma. In the Bible, it says, when you reap, you shall sow. It specifically says in Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 through 9, be not deceived. God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. People will reap what they sow. So I had to get out of that mindset too of, karma, because I used to always say that as well. I believe in karma, but the whole time, like in the scriptures, it really says, you reap what you sow. So people really are reaping what they sow. And it's like a domino effect. And we got to be careful that we don't want to tease people that's losing their jobs either, man. None of this stuff is funny at all. So I'm gonna go to DL Hughley's video because I'm starting to hear a lot about this. A lot of people are saying, oh yeah, he mocked death, and then you got people saying that he didn't or whatever. Let's just hear what he got to say. This is my first time watching it, listening to it.
So Charlie Cook was shot yesterday at a school in Utah by obviously a white assailant, because there are three words that let me know instantly. I can tell you who it is, because I can tell you who it ain't. And there are three words that let me instantly know it wasn't a black guy, because the three words are Utah and at large. So how is it that Charlie Cook was shot in a black city, in a black district, at an HBCU. Why is it that HBCUs are under attack? And I heard a comedian, saw a comedian who I love and respect say, well, you know, people stalking stuff on Facebook or social media. Social media, there are 41.3 million black people in this country. All of them were talking like that. And they're only...
You know what really kills me with people, man? What really gets me with people, man, with the numbers, bro. We really don't know how many black people it is in this country, for real. Like, I really had to come to the realization of that myself. Like, look, to be honest, we really don't know the numbers. Like, we have to literally stop being so deceived by everything just because you see numbers and you see, oh, well, you know, this, it says statistics wise, you know, white folks, you know, they kill more people than black people. You know, there's 50%. Like, we got to stop doing that, bro. We really don't know the real numbers. Y'all just be going according to statistics and y'all believe that that is what it is.
Roughly 285,000 people that attend HBCUs and only 73.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, man. And then, you know, it's crazy. A lot of black men do this too. A lot of black men do this. A lot of white men do this. People, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's just be 100. People of all cultures have this issue with the little percentage, and we really don't know the real numbers. We don't.
3% of them are black. So is it that you know exactly who it was, or is it that any black person will do? The truth of the matter is that in this country, no matter what happens, no matter who does it, America will find a way to point the finger at black people who are thousands of miles away. I don't know if there. I'm pretty sure there's not an HBCU in all of Utah, but now because a white guy.
Facts. You said most of the crimes don't even get reported, especially in our city here in Chicago. It don't. And then, you know, it'd be crazy. It'd be the people that don't live in Chicago that just really believe that they got the numbers down packed. Bruh, I'm going to be honest with you. All of the numbers that you're seeing is the numbers that are online. That's all you seeing. You going according to statistics and you going according to what is shown to you, to the public. But I'm going to be honest with you. Here in Chicago, it's a lot of murders and homicides and all that stuff that just literally go unnoticed. And they don't dock that. They don't dock everything. Y'all go according to what Trump said, what, you know, Mayor Brandon Johnson said, and the Illinois governor said. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You gotta know that here in Chicago, it's a lot of crimes, a lot of murders that go completely unnoticed and it don't get documented. Real talk. It's still people missing right now, people that's dead actually in the streets right now, and they still ain't docked the numbers because they don't care. That's why.
Guy kills another white guy thousands of miles away.
They just know that y'all are going to believe everything that you see and believe everything that you hear. They just know that people are easily deceived and stuff like that. That's why they just put those numbers out there. And then y'all go online and y'all be like, yeah, 78%. And, you know, see the 30%, the 50%. And then it's like 288,000. It's like, bruh, come on now.
I don't know if they're.
All right, sure. Let me rewind because I keep talking. So I'm trying to. All right.
But then we're talking
about talking.
And there are only roughly 285,000 people that attend HBCUs, and only 73% of them are black. So is it that you know exactly who it was, or is it that any black person will do? The truth of the matter is that in this country, no matter what happens, no matter who does it, America will find a way to point the finger at black people who are thousands of miles away. I don't know if there. I'm pretty sure there's not an HBCU in all of Utah. But now, because a white guy kills another white guy thousands of miles away, HBCU is under attack, and people will find a way to justify it.
Right before Charlie Kirk got popped, someone asked him, "Do you know how many mass shootings have happened in America in the past 10 years?" He replied, counting or not counting gang violence. Then pop, he was about to shift the blame for mass shootings on us. And now for some reason, 8 historically black colleges and universities are under threats. Campus lockdowns and all. All this because Charlie got popped in Utah, where the black population is 1.2%? What is it about whiteness that y'all can never blame yourselves? How did you come to the conclusion that you are as sinless as Christ himself?
Okay, I see what's going on here. So now, basically, the black folks, feel some type of way. It looks to me like they're pointing the fingers at the black people in Utah, basically saying that, black people is the reason and stuff like that. So I guess this is the reason why black people feel some type of, do y'all see where I'm going with this? But I hope y'all see where I'm going with this, because don't get too geeked up. Don't really feel like I'm about to sit here and mock this man's death and not feel some type of way, because I still feel some type of way. But I'm just trying to see where all this is coming from, because there's a lot of upset, angry black folks that's mad because they feel like, yeah, this is not on black people, this is on white folks, white on white crime. You talk about black on black crime, white on white crime, right? And it's like, look, at the end of the day, the man was assassinated in front of his family. I was just trying to see where all this anger is coming from with the black folks. I'm trying to see what's going on, man. Because I just feel like, I'm like, man, it's deeper than that. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody help me with this one. Real talk. Because honestly, first it went from black people being excited and happy that he got gunned down. I don't want to point the finger just at black people, because it was people of all different cultures that was sitting up here mocking this man's death. It wasn't just black people. But now I'm seeing, I'm reacting to this right now because I'm hearing about the D.L. Hughley situation. And, they were talking about the HBCU was under attack, and everybody, what they talking about is, black folks now. I don't know, man. But I guess that's a reason for black people to be like, yeah, Charlie Kirk got what he deserved. Like,
Statue of little Charlie in the U.S. Capitol, comparing him to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Do you know what school little Charlie went to? That would give him the authority to speak on religion, to speak on race, to speak on politics. No, you don't. Because little Charlie dropped out of Harper College in Chicago. His first claim to fame was stopping a price increase on cookies at his high school. You can't make this up. Then he wrote an article for Breitbart, alleging...
First and foremost, let me explain something to y'all. When I hear people talk, I be allowing people to talk now. I used to really cut people off. I will really cut them off when they talk. But I be letting people talk now, because when you let people talk, let them talk. They gonna expose themselves when you let them talk, okay? Right, it's exactly. He still didn't even deserve to die if he blames us. You know what I'm saying? But this my thing. I really be looking at people when they talk, and I really be like trying to understand and read them when they talking, because what is possessing you, bro? What do you, and then they just feel like, oh yeah, I'm so educated, so I could say this. Let me say this.
What is it about whiteness that y'all can never blame yourselves? How did you come to the conclusion that you are as sinless as Christ himself? And now they want to put a statue of little Charlie in the U.S. Capitol, comparing him to...
I don't care if you're white, black, blue, orange, red, purple, gray. I don't give a damn what color you is. I don't care what ethnicity you are. Nobody should die. Nobody at all. Okay? It is not justified for someone to get killed or assassinated, whatever the case may be. That's not justified. Now, if somebody did something wrong and they're looking at jail time, then they reap what they sow. I'm just being 100. You reap what you sow. You did some crimes. You did wrong. You were violent. You did the violent thing. Then you already know that you're facing jail time. But if you did no harm to anybody, if you didn't harm nobody, you didn't cuss at nobody, none of that. It was just simply your beliefs You shouldn't have to die for that. Joe King says Charlie is not who you think he is, but he didn't deserve death. Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. I feel like y'all still missing my point. I really do, because I'm really, look at the title is at the bottom. It's pinned at the bottom. You know, it says when mocking death goes too far. And I'm just trying to understand, why is it that people are justifying this man's death? Real talk. It's not okay. It's not okay for people to lose their jobs behind this. None of it is okay. You said over here praising a man who thinks that you are not smart to do anything. That man is dead, okay? Charlie Kirk is he's gone, okay? I didn't know him. He didn't know me personally. He didn't know none of us. All right? At the end of the day, if he felt some type of way about black folks, or if he was in the wrong for saying the things that he said, if y'all say that he said it, let's leave that up to God. Because we already know that when you do wrong, then you have to face judgment time. Seriously. And I'm not talking down on him or nothing like that, but I'm just being 100. I don't care what he said about black people. I don't care what he said about other folks. I don't care, bro. I don't care what anybody got to say about me at all. At the end of the day, it is not okay for somebody to get killed or assassinated. It's not. I don't care. Y'all is tripping, bro. I'm just saying. Like, this man was assassinated in front of his family. And I'm not about to go back and forth with people that want to go back and forth. They want to battle about this. And there's no battle, because Proverbs chapter 17 verse 5 tells you already, you know? Because anytime, let me tell you something. Anytime a person can sit here and say, oh, well, he was racist. Oh, well, he felt some type of way about your kind. That means that you're pretty much justifying his death. You justifying his death without not justifying his death at the same time. And then y'all turn around and you say, oh, well, he didn't deserve to die. Well, quite frankly, it sounded to me like you believe that he did. Because regardless of his beliefs, this man is gone. He is dead. We should not be bringing that up. Real talk. Y'all keep on trying to say, oh, well, you know, he said this and he didn't have empathy and he didn't say, and he believed this and he said this about MLK and he said this about George Floyd. The man is dead, bro. His family is grieving over him. Real talk. There's people in this world that still has a heart that's actually grieving over him too. I don't care if I didn't know this man. I found out about who he was through the algorithm, because I seen people mocking his death, you know? And I just felt like that is not okay. I need to find out who this guy is, what type of stuff he did. Okay, I see that he had debates. Okay, there was a few things that he said that I didn't agree with or whatever, but okay. I don't feel like it's okay that he should die either, you know? And I'm not going to keep bringing up, you know, his beliefs versus mine. It is what it is. He is no longer in the flesh at this point. And I say that respectfully. You said Charlie said the same thing a black man to tell you. Charlie, this and that, but the man died. Sad truth is y'all demons got exposed from his death. Unfortunately, you feel me? And yes, like, it is sad. It's sad, but it's kind of, it's crazy at the same time. It's sad and it's crazy. Cause it's like, I'm actually, look, I never want anything to happen to anybody. But one thing I can say about this whole entire situation, just like COVID, I am glad that it happened so that these demons can be exposed and expose themselves. I'm not I'm not okay with this man getting assassinated. I am not okay. That's not okay. It's not fine. It's not fine with me. Nothing should have ever happened to him. But man, y'all demons is coming out full throttle and y'all exposing yourselves and y'all are okay with being demons. You okay? But let you tell it, you probably believe that you're not a demon, right? Man, she tripping. I ain't no demon. She talking about demon. Yeah, demons, they laugh. They laugh at stuff like what I'm saying, they laugh. You know, anybody that's laughing right now, man, I'm telling you, take a look at yourself in the mirror right now.
To the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Do you know what school Lil Charlie went to? That would give him the authority to speak on religion, to speak on race, to speak on politics. No, you don't. Because Lil Charlie dropped out of Harper College in Chicago. His first claim to fame was stopping a price increase on cookies at his high school. You can't make this up. Then he wrote an article for Breitbart alleging liberal bias in textbooks. That affirmative action him in appearance on Fox Business. This is your king? Because the only one I know is Dr. King.
Pause. I gotta show y'all this picture now because this dude is tripping. Hold on. Hold on. What? Let's go back. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this here.
Bias in textbooks. That affirmative action him in appearance on Fox Business. This is your king? Because the only one I know is Dr. King.
Dr. King. This dude is a real certified stamped demon, okay? Straight up. Look at this. So Dr. King is supposed to be some sort of God. Do y'all see it? And I'm not just saying anything at this point, but do you see this? So he worships Dr. King like a god. Y'all, oh man, bro. Y'all really are into this idol worshiping, and it is crazy.
PhD in systematic theology from Boston University. The one who wrote 5 books, who electrified the masses, and didn't have to cut his speeches into clips to do so. You see, what y'all not gonna do is conflate these two legacies. Because Dr. King challenged America to live up to the democracy it claimed to be. Lil Charlie, he just repeated fascism, Christian fundamentalism, without critical thinking, might I add, misogyny, really anything that got him paid. America, not only are we not your scapegoat, you really don't even deserve to live in our shadows. To eulogize means to speak well of. And I wonder what Charlie Kirk would say about Charlie Kirk. Because his death stood in stark contrast to the way he lived and the things he believed and the things he espoused. He often talked about black criminality. He often talked about the high crime rates among black people. He spent his life saying that black people basically were inferior and they were superior. Apparently, he's never met a qualified black person that didn't earn it through merit. They were all set aside as a DEI. He spent his life talking about empathy and how it was necessary. He spent his life talking about the necessity of people dying for the preservation of an amendment, a piece of paper. He spent his life categorizing people and percentagizing people.
So what do y'all got to say about Donald Trump? What do y'all got to say about all of these other politicians? Nobody was talking about Joe Biden and the weird things that he would do. Y'all seen it on camera. Y'all seen how this man was up here touching on little girls and stuff like that. Do you see Donald Trump? I'm just being 100. What do y'all think about all these other sick-minded politicians? Not saying that Charlie Kirk was a politician, but what do y'all think about, these people that you work next to all the time? Like, I mean, bruh, what do you think about these high-status celebrities that's sick in the minds too? What do you think about NBA YoungBoy worshiping Satan on stage in front of millions of people, thousands of people? Just diabolical, for real. I've never seen nothing like this, to be honest. And what I see is everybody is stuck on Charlie Kirk's beliefs and what he believed and how he felt and what he thought about black folks. And this man is literally dead, bro. Y'all talking so much about this man that's dead, but y'all ain't even talking about the United States president that actually got 34 damn felonies. And he's a United States president. And by the way, he's still alive. Okay? I know there's a lot of theories saying that they believe that he's actually dead or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, let's be 100. Ain't nobody talking about that. But everybody's still stuck on what this man believed about black folks, and black people is literally justifying the fact that he should have got assassinated. He should have died behind his beliefs about black people.
And slanting things to present a certain aspect of things. He died forwarding the notion that it's black people who are responsible for conduct. His last words were gang violence. But he wasn't shot. He wasn't shot. We know it was because we know who it wasn't. First off, Charlie Kirk was not assassinated. He was shot. Those political, the congressmen and
assassinated, shot, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever you think, it don't matter. He still should have never got killed, assassinated, shot in front of millions of people, even if he was at home. You know, it don't matter. He shouldn't have died in no type of way, no type of fashion whatsoever. And it shouldn't be okay for the whole world to say, oh, yeah, you know, his beliefs behind black people, he wasn't who you thought he was. Look, I ain't even know this man. That's the thing.
Minnesota, they were assassinated because they were shot for their political views. Charlie Kirk was shot. And Charlie Kirk was shot doing the very thing he'd always done, precipitizing and blaming and minimizing and saying these things are not true. These things, it was his last words were gang violence. But we know who it was because we know who it wasn't. 3 words let you know they weren't black. It was Utah and at large. Now, if Charlie Kirk, we're looking at a situation with Charlie Kirk, would he say he was the victim of crime or white-on-white violence? Because what Charlie Kirk always talked about was how many black people killed black people. But he never talked about how many white people killed white people.
That's what y'all are stuck on, though. That's what y'all are stuck on, and it's sick, bro. It's sick because, honestly, if you ask me, you know, why can't it be okay for a white person to talk about black on black crime? Is it okay for us as black people to talk about white on white crime? And if we talk about white on white crime and we get shot by a black person, is it okay for white people to rejoice and say, "Ha, that's what you get"? I'm just saying. Because you should never been talking about white on white crime and your own killed you. Like, make it make sense, man. Now here's another comedian. I ain't, this is my first time looking at this. I want to hear what he has to say. Schuller King. Some of y'all might know him. He's a comedian on YouTube or whatever. I want to know what he got to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see that some of y'all are a little sour, a little tight with me when I said that I'm not celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. Some of y'all were like, well, if I me not caring, how is that me celebrating? Well, if you don't care and you're not celebrating, then that means I wasn't talking to your ass. Mm-hmm. That's what that means. That's exactly what that means. If you don't care, look, I didn't say that I was toe up about it. I didn't say that I was down in the dirt.
I promise to God. You know what? It's crazy. Peacekeeper. I just read your comment. You said we need your voice when black and brown men are mocking each other's deaths. Don't just stop at Charlie Kirk. Keep it going. I promise you, it's crazy you said that because I was actually about to pull up some videos of, I live in Chicago, all right? We got ninjas out here mocking death all the time. So I was about to pull up some of those videos. So I just need y'all to stick with me, stick around. I just wanted to look at this video of this comedian right here and react to what he got to say about the Charlie Kirk situation. And then I want to see if I could pull up a video of or hubby, can you please send me, if you could find some more videos of these YNs out here mocking each other death too, because that's what this whole topic is about, to be honest. But the thing is, I see more of it going on with the Charlie Kirk situation. It's crazy.
But I didn't say that I was crying and my feelings were hurt or anything. All I said was, I'm not celebrating the man's death. That's all I said. All the rest of the stuff that y'all interpreted, you ain't got to interpret a damn thing that I'm saying. I'm telling you straight. I didn't say that I was going to be at somebody's funeral. I ain't say I was sending nobody flowers. I ain't say I was going to be crying. All right? All I said was, I'm not going to celebrate. I didn't tell your ass not to celebrate. I said I wasn't. Now, me personally, I don't think it's a good idea to celebrate somebody's death. I don't, because you then condemn yourself. If you feel that somebody had some sort of disdain for you, some type of hatred towards you, and then you take on that hatred, even when that person meets their demise, you take on the disdain, you take on the negativity, you take on the hatred, and you start planting the same seeds that you've allowed that person to plant into you. Now that person that you call yourself hating has become your master. They've changed you. You've allowed yourself to be changed.
Exactly. Facts. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I'm like, y'all are putting so much energy into what he said, and this man didn't even know none of y'all personally. He didn't know y'all names. He didn't know you by your name personally. He didn't know your address. But y'all put so much hatred into a man that you never met in person. Like, real talk. And this man is literally dead, bro. And his family is grieving over him. And y'all just still sitting here talking about you getting fired from your job behind this and everything. Like, y'all taking y'all beliefs to a whole nother level. And look at what it's resulting in. It's resulting in you losing your job. Was it really worth it? For real, because I know a lot of y'all are afraid and terrified to be without a job. I know a lot of y'all are scared and terrified to be. You got one dude on here who's up here screaming in the camera, yelling and screaming and crying. A Hispanic guy talking about, no, to the point where he like, man, I gotta pay my rent. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I gotta pay my rent. They literally fired me for talking about Charlie Kirk. And it's like, you reap what you sow. And it is not okay. It's not okay for nobody to lose their job. It's not okay. But sometimes people have to mess around and find out. And that time that you have being unemployed should be time with the Most High God, but y'all still be letting that fly right over your head too, you know? I'm just saying.
You have allowed these so-called negative feelings or these interpreted negative feelings to go into you, and now it has life. And all I'm saying is, if there was any type of hatred directed towards me, I'm not going to give it any kind of life.
I'm just saying. See, let me tell y'all something too. This whole Charlie Kirk situation is I'm telling you, if it don't open up your eyes to a lot of things, then I don't know what to tell you. Because it's not only just showing you who are demons and the demons are exposing themselves, but it's also showing you who the good people are as well. It's also showing you who really don't lack compassion, who actually still live with love in their hearts, who actually still cares, who actually are afraid of the Most High God. Because a lot of y'all is not afraid, you know. Y'all feel like nothing's gonna happen to me. I don't care. He got what he deserved. Okay. All right. Read Proverbs chapter 17, verse 5, and you shall find out.
I can't empower somebody by having that type of feeling towards them. I can't prove you right. If you say that I'm a low-down criminal, a black criminal, and I'm capable of being more violent than anybody else, I'm not going to prove you right by being happy by seeing something violent happen to you. Because that's really all you're doing. You're proving them right. I am not doing that.
You not know how many content creators I unfollowed that mock that, you know. I'm telling you, man, this stuff has literally, it opened my eyes all the way. You know, I'm able to see clear, extremely clear now. You know, clearer than I was months ago. You know, I knew that there were demons amongst us already. I knew that they were in human form. I knew that people were evil and stuff like this. But, you know, also it helped me to see who I was following, like on YouTube or whatever, because I will follow content creators that was like-minded like me. But it's crazy. People can be like-minded and still lack compassion. Ain't that crazy? People can be claimed to be Christian and go to church every Sunday and still lack compassion. It 911 operators claim that they helping people out here, still lack compassion. EMTs that's running around here in the ambulance picking up people, acting like they helping people and still lack compassion. Teachers, lawyers, people that really be out here damn, I don't forget what I was about to say. But y'all get what I'm saying. People that sit here and act like they're so holier than thou, they're godly, they're, you know, they love to help others, they help people. You got people that work in shelters, food pantries, all type of stuff. This has literally opened my eyes all the way to see that people are so doggone deceiving, bro. Real talk. I done unfollowed content creators, you know, a lot of comedians that I used to like. Now, yeah, not likable anymore at this point. Because if you can sit here and mock someone's death, you are not human. I don't know what you are, honestly. And if it get brought to your attention that you was wrong and you still don't care, something ain't right. You not human. You just walking, living flesh at this point.
That's all I was saying, is that I can't celebrate somebody, you know, something tragic happened to somebody. I ain't celebrating the loss of life. I know for a fact.
I'm going to go to it after this.
That I am here because of God's grace.
Yeah.
The only reason that I haven't been hit by a stray bullet, died in a plane crash, died in a car accident, any of them things is just by God's grace. Mm-hmm. I am a sinner. I have said and done things that were not right, just like you. Mm-hmm. So I don't have the...
I'm not perfect. And what he's saying is just so 100. I'm not perfect either. Ain't none of us perfect. But we should want to be perfect. We should want to be more like Christ, especially if you claim that you a strong believer, right? Then we should want to be like Christ. We should want to walk on the righteous path. I'm not perfect. We all have sinned. We all have sinned. For real.
The right to celebrate when something tragic happens to somebody. Because I'm not exempt. Now, I don't know. Some of y'all may be exempt. Maybe y'all have never committed a sin in your life, and you have the right to celebrate and judge somebody. I can't speak for you. I'm saying me, my imperfect ass. I don't say the right things all the time. I don't do the right things all the time. I don't think the right thing all the time. I don't have no room. Even if that man had got up and said, I can't stand black people, and I think somebody need to throw them all in the damn furnace. Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the wrong thing to say. Yes, I would have been pissed off if he'd ever uttered those words.
It's crazy because I ain't never seen this video before or nothing. This is my first time looking at it. He uploaded this 10 days ago, but what he's saying is straight up. He get all my respect at this point.
Words. But seeing as how things played out, let it go.
Let it go.
Don't let anybody control you.
For real. And that's what y'all doing. Y'all letting it control y'all to the point where now you got people behind on their rent and they might get evicted and become homeless all over this. All over this. Was it really worth it?
Don't give away your soul. Don't jeopardize your own spirit and your own soul because somebody said some things or had a point of view that you disagreed with.
Exactly.
Even if it hurt your feelings.
Exactly.
You pissed off about
you know, this man straight up speaking the truth right now. Everything that I'm trying to say, this is exactly what I'm trying to say. I had to come on here today to literally say this because I keep seeing it in the algorithm and I'm like, you know what? If ain't nobody saying it, then I'm gonna say it. I didn't even know that the comedian Mr. King, I don't even want to try to pronounce his first name, but I didn't even know that he even made this video. But it's crazy because when is people gonna really get it up here? It don't matter about what he said. Y'all sound like a bunch of little kids. Yeah, he didn't care about your kind. You know that, right? Okay, and so if he said Danny TV, if this man got in front of millions of people and said Danny TV is stupid, I'm not gonna say, oh, remember when he said Danny TV is stupid, y'all? That's what he get. I'm not finna go laugh about it every day, upload 15,000 videos, and mocking his death. Because where is that gonna land me? I mean, y'all, it got so out of control to the point where people then just, now they don't know what they about to do because they done lost their jobs. Let me see. You said who? What's going on in the chat? I don't know what's going on in the chat, but I'm confused. Maybe I missed something. But let me finish listening to this man.
Or it brought detriment to other people. You saying, well, hell, you said we commit all these crimes and look who ended your life. Yeah. Now that's something he got to deal with.
Right.
That's something everybody.
Oh my gosh, this is all I'm trying to say. If Charlie Kirk said this and like I said, I didn't know this man. I didn't never really listen to his debates. Matter of fact, I never listened to his debates until he showed up in the algorithm and people was mocking his death and everybody was just rejoicing because he was dead or whatever. Then I started to go look at his debates and listen to the things that he said. Maybe y'all should go and check out my other live streams from a week ago or so when I went live talking about Charlie Kirk, and I was reacting to his debates and I'm like, okay, what did he say that was wrong? He talked about black folks and what he said was true. Some of the stuff he said was true. Some of the stuff maybe I didn't agree with it, but guess what? Hey, he got his point of view and I got mine. So I don't feel like it was okay that he should have died, at all.
Right on that other end, I get it. I understand. It was a lot of things were said and done that pissed me off too. Cause I'm in the group too. If they saying, well, we ought to have a race war. Well, hell, they not gonna give me time to explain nothing. If they decide to chop down all the black people, my black ass will be going right along with everybody else. All I know is I have control over my decision making. And I'm not going to choose to condemn my soul. If you see somebody or you hear somebody that has a disdain or hatred for you, I'm not saying that he did. I don't know.
I don't know. Some people can say some crazy stuff and feel like, hey, I'm not saying anything. I don't know what the man was thinking or feeling.
Right.
We do know what he said, but I don't know what he was feeling.
Right.
All I'm saying is, if someone has a hatred for you, and then you in turn reciprocate that hatred, you're now following them. And I ain't following no man. The only person I'm following is the God I serve. I can't give you that kind of power. That's all I'm saying. I cannot give anyone that kind of power over me.
For instance, let me remind y'all, I am dealing with a whole system full of evil, hatred people that dislike me, they dislike my husband, they dislike our children, and they are trying to keep our children away from us, you know? But guess what? I'm not giving them that type of power, you know? I really do dislike having to deal with them, but I have to deal with them because I am fighting for my children to get home. But guess what? I'm not giving them all the power every day that I wake up. I didn't get to the point where I'm losing everything that I got because of them. Because I decided, you know what, today I'm about to wake up and go do some harm to somebody. Or I'm about to wake up, I'm about to get online, and I'm about to say their names all down in the list, and I'm going to threaten them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving them that type of power. Yes, I do talk about the unjust within the system. Of course I do, and I'm going to keep talking about it whenever I get an opportunity. And nobody's going to stop me either, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I'm just, you know, whenever I feel like I want to talk about my situation and what I'm going through with the system and what they're doing to me and my family, I will talk about it, but I'm not going to threaten anybody, and I'm not going to say, that's what y'all get. You know what I'm saying? Trust me when I tell you, majority of them have already reaped what they sowed behind this whole entire thing. But guess what? You don't see me online clowning them.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I don't think I'm wrong for saying, you know what? I'm not happy. I'm not tore up about it. I'm just not going to celebrate somebody losing their life.
Right. God bless this man, Mr. King, the comedian, with 1.4 million subscribers, bro. I remember I used to come across his videos and he used to have me cracking up. I don't really see him in the algorithm like that. I guess it's because of what I watch, but at the end of the day, man, God bless that man, for real. He has what we call compassion. Okay? He has what we call sense. And I just feel like a lot of people should pay attention, bro. Pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to what you're saying. It's not funny. It's not funny. I see Lanita says, I am not a Trump supporter, but I would not want to see him harm. Exactly. You know, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I wouldn't want to see him harmed either. I don't want to see nothing happen to nobody. Not even Joe Biden doing, you know, the creepy things that he was doing. You know, Trump, all of them. All I'm saying is everybody putting all their energy into, you know, hating Charlie Kirk and stuff, but no one's putting their energy into talking about how Trump got 34 felonies and he's a United States president. And meanwhile, there's YNs out here that change their life around and they can't even get a doggone job at McDonald's or Dollar Tree. You know? Ain't nobody talking about that though, but I guess. So anyway, you said that you sent it to my email. I actually do not see it. Could you send it again? Matter of fact, just give me the title. What is the title of the video? Oh, okay. You said when. I think I see it in the chat. So we're about to react since we talking about mocking death. Being that we live in Chicago, born and raised and stuff like that, we about to talk about how these YNs be out here mocking death. Because honestly, it really started in Chicago. The mocking the death and that stuff started going viral, and everybody just started feeling like it's okay to piss on their op's grave and do videos at the grave yard with them throwing stuff at the grave. Like, I mean, just crazy. So you said Mr. Nice Guy says it's the longest time I've been in the live stream. Well, I appreciate your time for sure. Honestly, lately I've been going live for like 2-3 hours. Cause I talk a lot, so you said drill rap. They mock. I don't know, cause I don't see it. I don't see it. Did you said that you sent? Did you send it through the email? Oh, okay, I see it now.
In Chicago this summer, police are dealing with an unsettling spike in violent crime.
This story is about Chicago rappers who were killed from 2012 to the present day. In 2013 alone, more than 500 people were killed on the streets of Chicago, and in 2020, 750 people were killed. This tragedy seems impossible to stop. Let us remember these rappers who died too soon. Welcome to the top art legends. Lil Jojo, killed in 2012. Joseph J. Coleman, known as Lil Jojo, was an American rapper and gangster from Chicago who gained recognition on the early Chicago drill music scene. He was affiliated with the Gangster Disciples.
I actually went to school with Chief Keef before, and I went to school with Lil Jojo. Nothing exciting about that. Just saying, you know. People just really be feeling like she lied. These people, I mean, y'all gotta understand something. These people lived in Chicago. Like, it's not a lie just because there's, celebrities and stuff who are well known now. So how is that impossible to actually run across somebody, see somebody, go to school with somebody, see them in the grocery store, have a conversation with them? Like, now all of a sudden it's impossible. Oh, what happened? All right.
Rivals of the Black Disciples. Let's delve.
Okay, so what is going on? You said Indiana is horrible. I lost 2 friends. What happened? Oh, Dino. You said maybe I'm missing what's going on. Okay. You said, oh, okay, I see. You said I am from Chicago. I used to live on 88th and Hermitage and up north in Rogers Park. You say you live in Indiana. Why won't you leave? Cause you ain't give me the money. That's why. You ain't buy me a house and none of that so that I can leave. That's why. It's not free to just up and leave. And honestly, if you ask me, I would never move to Indiana. Indiana is just, I'm not my type. Nah, I can't do it. I don't want all due respect, I would not live in Indiana. Too close to comfort. Everybody from Chicago moving to Indiana. Everybody from Chicago is moving to Indiana. You know, they moving to North Carolina. I just don't want to go where the Chicagos go. That's what's up. I'm happy for you. That is great. Okay. That's what's up. Because honestly, I did leave Chicago a few times, but that was in the past. I came back, which I shouldn't have came back because I was actually comfortable and happy where I was, you know. And honestly, you know, if I could leave right now, I would. I would go.
Delve into his story. Shortly before his death, JoJo released the track.
Y'all gotta understand something. Not everybody want to stay here. You have to have the finances to just up and leave. You gotta make sure that you already set. Then you can go. Ready, set, go. Like, I can't just up and leave. You gotta be set.
300K.
Oh, I don't own no copyrights to that, because I already know YouTube gonna come at me for this.
In August 2012, which made him widely known. It was a scathing diss to Chief Keef and others associated with the 300 gang. Chief Keef represented this group, which was said to rival the Brick Squad, a faction of the gangster disciples. Lil JoJo was killed in early September of that same year, shot while riding a bicycle in Chicago's Inglewood neighborhood. On the same day as the murder, Coleman and his associates drove to Parkway Garden Homes, a low-income housing complex near where Chief Keef lived.
This would be gangster disciple territory. This is where JoJo got killed over a year ago.
While passing through the area, Coleman and his group recorded a video mocking Chief Keef's clique in a contentious quarrel. A verbal altercation occurred between Coleman's group in the car and rapper Lil Reese and his companions, who were outside near his home at the time. Lil Reese ended with defiant words. Later that evening, JoJo was shot and killed.
Right there, we see JoJo on the ground, ambulance, they turn him around and shit, you see a big ass hole like this, boy. I'm like, boy, hell no, he can't get hit like one time for my life, bro. The girl said they shot like 6 times. They started to go.
This BD and GD, but I don't think this shit gonna ever stop.
In the days and months following the rapper's untimely death, Chicago police began to speculate that JoJo had been murdered by members of 300, a faction of the Black Disciples gang. Someone mocked JoJo's murder from Chief Keef's Twitter account, though Keef claimed his account had been hacked. As a result, the police began investigating him as a suspect. A few months later, rapper Lil Durk ridiculed JoJo's death in his track, "This Ain't What You Want." Durk was also associated with the 300 gang. Lil Reese, of course, was also a suspect.
And you know what's crazy? These ninjas, man, they is like in their 30s, bruh. And they still doing drill rap. Still. Nobody is really talking about how Chief Keef started drill rap. You know, he went around doing things that he wasn't supposed to do. They showed all type of guns, all type of stuff in their videos, and you know, now he rich. I don't think he got locked up for doing that. He just got glorified by the whole world, and now he rich. And now when another YN gets caught with a gun, doing drill rap, dissing, doing all that, he end up locked up. You know? Yeah, drill rap did start the death mocking. And I ain't gonna lie to you, like at the end of the day, y'all, obviously you know that a lot of these YNs do not care. They are not afraid of God. They don't care. They don't care. They will actually go to the church, stand on the steps and drink, smoke. Trust me, I saw it. A big old group of them sitting on the church steps, getting drunk, you know, drinking, smoking, doing all type of stuff, gang banging. When I saw that, I was like, y'all is wild. Y'all wild. Wow, love yourself. Wow, haven't seen you in a minute. What's up? Man, love yourself. I think the last time I saw you in the live streams, it was like early this year or last year. But welcome back. Yeah, you said I'm in Chicago. I'm tired of looking at YNs along with their BS. Yeah. Who you telling? I'm just saying. Icon, what is up? All right, I ain't gonna scroll up too far, y'all. I don't want to lose the chat. Joyce, what's up? Yeah, I want to say that it's not okay, and unfortunately, a lot of these YNs is so lost that they feel like it is okay. No matter what thing, no matter what the demonic things that they do, they will always feel like it is okay. To mock death, that's nothing to them. They'll continue to do that.
Correct. But who do you think is responsible for your son's death?
Chief Keef.
You believe he himself pulled the trigger?
I don't believe his self pulled the trigger. I believe he paid somebody to do it.
However, the police found no evidence linking any of them to the crime. Chief Keef later even tweeted, "Man, been thinking about this Chicago street shit a lot. My prayers go out to JoJo's family on their loss. I didn't know him, but he young just like me. I can assure everyone that I had nothing to do with this tragedy though. My Twitter account was hacked." However, the Chicago police later hypothesized that Coleman's killer was Keith "Kiki" Bonds. Bonds, a 26-year-old member of the Black Disciples, was fatally shot on September the 17th, 2012, near a tree on the west side of Normal Boulevard, a Black Disciples territorial area. In 2013, Coleman's brother claimed that the person who killed Coleman was no longer alive, tweeting, "Even day ops, no the EMF, who took my bro."
Why he got the AI doing this, bro? He's talking about even day ops. You mean even duh? That's even day ops, no day MF. Like, bro, nah, that's ain't how we talk. We talk. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of people that's not from Chicago do not understand our slang. They don't understand our slang. They don't understand how we talk. Just like I don't understand New York slang. Even though I really like the way that they talk. They like they talk. New York. I don't know how to do it, but anyway. Yeah, even the ops know the motherfucker who took my bro. Like, that's how we talk, Not even the ops, no they motherfucker. Why he sound like that, though?
Bro ain't walking this earth no more. YPN Boomtown, killed in 2013.
They don't know.
Gissendanner, who modeled his hip-hop alter ego, YPN Boomtown, after Chief Keef, was the Inglewood rap sensation's stepbrother. He had his own lyrical style, but drew
I can't believe that me and my old friends in the past, I can't believe we really used to be turned up to that stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, diabolical. Now that I look back on those times, I'm like, Danny, what was you thinking? But it's the journey. That's all. It's the journey. I learned my lesson. Shoot. I used to be all into that drill rap stuff, like thinking that it's okay to, bob my head to the music, drinking to it, all type of stuff, chilling with my friends, and we sitting on the porch 12 midnight doing nothing, celebrating failure. Yeah, I thought it was okay as well. Mr. Kane says, damn near each day it is a new hood and another black man taunting another black man's death. Exactly. Each and every day. I can't keep up with this stuff. I stopped at When did I stop with keeping up with this drill rap stuff? I think I stopped at, man, Chief Keef, Lil Durk, G Herbo, uh, Katie got bands, and who else, man? I ain't gonna lie, I've been stopped. I can't keep up with none of this. I don't know what's going on at this point. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Take it from here. But I can say my husband do stay up to date on what is going on in Chicago. He be looking up the little YouTube videos, what's going on with the little drill rap, because we got to stay safe. Real talk. We got to maneuver correctly. We got to know what hoods is into it. You know how crazy that is? You know, to live in this city in Chicago and literally have to look up on, because the news ain't about to report this. This is what y'all got to understand. Why y'all be sitting up here talking about, yeah, 58%, 28% of the black generation. And like, nah, man, nah. Living in Chicago, Illinois, Chirac, Illinois, how they call it, right? You literally have to look up what hoods is into it on YouTube so you can stay safe and literally maneuver around this city correctly. Because if you don't, you will get caught up in the midst of something. Man, for real, love yourself. Right. You said I used to hang on the block myself, thought I was a so-called thug. I really used to be out here getting turned up with the girls. Like, hey, turn up. Yeah, let's go out tonight. Let's celebrate failure again. Every weekend, let's celebrate failure. Let's get drunk. You trying to drink, girl? What you drinking on? What you drinking on? What you drinking tonight? But I was never one of those expensive ass drinkers. I never cared for Hennessy and what's the other drinks? Man, I can't keep up with that stuff. I can't keep up with it. Honestly, I was just a light drinker. Vodka and some more, But it wasn't like I wasn't a drunk. I wasn't drinking every single day, every night. It was like a every now and then, when I go out, have me a little drink. Then when I got older, I started sipping on a little wine. There we go. Sip on a little wine. Okay. But I wasn't drinking to get drunk either, But I don't drink no more. Haven't drank anything in a long ass time, and I don't even crave for it. I don't even want it. I don't even care for it.
Chief Keef. These violent lyrics, glorifying guns and gang affiliations, had catapulted him to fame, leading to a deal with Interscope Records, the label behind Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and Eminem. He rapped about struggling and what he was going to do, said Gissendanner's friend and manager, Tommy Rice, founder of Chicago-based record label True Biz Records. He was going to make it big. We were going to make it big. However, on January 2nd, 2013, the rapper YPN Boomtown was gunned down in a car near 124th Street and South Union Avenue after visiting his uncle in West Pullman.
Wow, hundreds. It's at 124th and Union. I'm trying to see what's over there. 124th and Union. What is over there?
He later died at Roseland.
But I mean, yeah, the hundreds, man, the hundreds. All I'm going to say is, man, wow, hundreds. Not my favorite area. Did not like it over there.
Hospital. Johnny Boy DePrince, killed in 2013. Johnny Boy Da Prince, another promising Chicago rapper, was killed just a week after Gissendanner's murder. He was shot and left to die in an alley located in the Garfield Park area. This murder was deemed a case of mistaken identity, which further shocked the community. Andrew Fetcher, an assistant at Atlantic Records, discovered Johnny Boy's music after the rapper's manager sent him an email. I played it at a meeting and everyone liked it, Fetcher explained. He was definitely talented. he added, "I personally believe he had a bright future in the music business. He definitely would have had a career." J Money, killed in 2013. Jerome Wood, known as J Money, was a local Chicago rapper deeply connected with gang members in his neighborhood and notorious for his ruthlessness. Friends described him as a troublemaker.
He looked familiar.
Aggressive, an enforcer, making J Money a name that was both respected and feared. A member of the Black Disciples gang faction, he was no stranger to the violence and death.
Chicago, I just gotta say, Chicago is literally the start of everything negative, if you ask me. I can't even name no other city or state outside of Chicago that was the first to start something other than Chicago, Illinois. Like, man, to be from Chicago is an embarrassment, you know? But I mean, yeah, born and raised here, still live here, unfortunately, and yeah, still see the YNs, still doing drill rap. It is just crazy to get older now and see how the generation underneath me loves this to the point where now the females is doing drill rap. You know, me and my husband. Oh my God, y'all! I don't know if y'all got Tubi at home, but man, it's a movie. It's a Tubi series, and it's called. Put in the chat what is this Tubi series called? It's actually about Chicago drill rap, and it is a movie series. It's not even a documentary or nothing. And none of these people is from Chicago, but they are pretty much acting out how what happens in Chicago with the drill rap. But this is female drill rap now. So they talking about on box grave, you know, like it's crazy because the name that they're using is a random name. Like, why out of all names y'all had to say on box grave? Like, they just came up with a random name. Just so it's just diabolical. But I guess what they're trying to do is show the world how Chicago females that do drill rap, how they act and what they do, and Cold and Windy, that's the name of it, y'all. Go look at that. Honestly, if you ask me, it's funny. It's not supposed to be comedy, but the way that they acting it out is funny because none of these people was from Chicago. Y'all should have got some real Chicago actors to do this, to be honest, because these people was from down south and they really don't know nothing about Chicago and what goes on in Chicago with the drill rap and stuff. So, but yeah, y'all, like, man, it's just this stuff is getting out of control, getting ridiculous. National Guards, I say yeah, come, but at the same time, they not even gonna be able to really tame the wild for real, because it's a lot of wild ones out here. A lot of young wild. What they gonna do with the 8 and 9 year olds though? That's my question. What are the National Guards gonna do with the 8 and 9 year olds that's carrying guns? Because it's a lot of them out here carrying guns. It's a lot of them. Lanita says, I know that moving ain't free, but I moved in 2004 because I didn't want to end up burying my teen son that was being bullied when he was a freshman in CVS. Man, my cousins, they went to CVS, and yeah, it was, CVS was crazy. CVS high school. I had cousins that went to Hirsch, you name it, I ain't gonna even say what high school I went to because I don't want nobody they like looking for me and stuff. Oh yeah, that's her right there. Yup, she went. We know her. Where she live at now? And then people don't even ask for a good cause. They just be mad because you really be speaking the truth. Like these little YNs, they probably watching me right now. Oh, where she at? Why? Because y'all know what y'all doing is wrong. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad, that you have to move out of a city that you was born and raised in. You can't even raise your children up here because it's so dangerous. And these YNs, they do not care. They don't care. Their mamas don't care. The mamas ain't raising them right. Because obviously, evidently, the fathers ain't around. Fathers ain't in the house to help raise them. They don't care because the father's out in the streets. Some of them probably dead. Who knows? But I mean, that's the problem. A lot of single mothers are raising up these little boys and they don't know what to do with them. They just like, Oh yeah, go ahead, Ray Ray, do that drill rap. But watch out for the ops. Grab my little gun right there. Get that out. You better use it right too. Like that. I mean, man. You said I understand, guys. So maybe a few super chats can help us more. He said a few super chats. Look, y'all could donate to the channel. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Super chat, cash app, whatever the case may be. We don't care. Even if you don't want to, and hit me with a like, subscribe, don't matter.
Surrounding him. On September 2nd, 2013, Jay Money received a call from a woman asking him to drive her on some errands.
I'm telling you, Jay Money not only look familiar, but the name sound familiar. But I mean, if you ask me, it's a lot of Chicago ninjas named Jay Money, so.
And accompanied them. Jay Money had no suspicion that someone might be planning to assassinate him. The woman's errand involved picking up laundry, and when she finished,
this
she
looked
called
like
Jay Money again to come and pick her up at the
Michigan,
600 block of South Rhodes Avenue in the West Woodlawn neighborhood. When Jay Money arrived, a car, later described as a silver primer-colored Chevy Impala, was parked nearby, waiting. According to the man in the car with Jay Money, they had seen this vehicle earlier in traffic.
Dang, everybody moving from. I should have just stayed the hell away. Why didn't I? Why didn't I? But, you know, you live and you learn. You think people there for you, they in your corner. Cause man, when I left Chicago, man, 9 years ago, I was so happy. I was at peace. Then all of a sudden, you got them so-called family members that say they on your side and stuff calling you up. Girl, why you all the way out there 10 hours away from Chicago? Now come back here. If anything happened to you, this is what they do. Anything happen to you, we can't get to you. Come back here. We gonna send you the money. Now all of a sudden they got all the money in the world. They send me money. They sending me movers and all type of stuff, man. And yes, I did. I fell for it. I was living my best life where I was in a whole nother state. Everything was perfectly fine. Had a job put together, nice home, kids was in school, way more peaceful than living in Illinois, Chicago at that, you know, and then all of a sudden it just took that few family members that didn't even really care about me in the first place to hit me up talking about, oh yeah, come back, you know, anything can happen to you and we got all the money. Now they got all the money. So I made a big mistake and I came back, and ever since then I've been stuck here, you know. But by the grace of God, I struggled along the way, was homeless for 2.5 years, all type of stuff. And God blessed us with our own home, you know, and all of that. But I'm ready to go. Go. And I'm talking about, like, I do not want to ever move back to another city again. I would rather live in a rural area. I don't care. People be like, oh, well, you know, racism. Man, racism is bad in Chicago. I don't know if y'all know that, but man, for this to be a big, gigantic city full of black, we got to deal with racism from our own black people. Yes, black people can be racist. Hell yeah. And they're racist as I don't know what. And you know what's sad? White people be more nicer than anything nowadays, if you ask me. But I would rather go to a whole nother country or a whole nother state. Don't even matter. I would rather do that, you know, because honestly, racism here in Chicago is just crazy. You know, not even just that. I don't want to deal with being in the midst of no drill rap beef, you know. And come on now, what's worse, dealing with drill rap beef and being in the midst of that, or dealing with racism? Which one? Time, appreciate it. L.A. Reid, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what you talking about. What are you saying? Lanita says, I miss Chicago. It's beautiful. The gangs just give it a bad reputation. Look, it ain't even worth it. You know, another reason why I sat up here and I came back to Chicago too, not only just the influence from family and stuff, but man, I'm talking about the food. See, when I was in a whole nother state, I didn't really know how to cook like that. I ain't know how to cook like that. I knew how to cook certain things. I can cook some baked chicken, some good breakfast and stuff like that when I wanted to. I knew how to make some pot roast here and there, but I didn't really know how to make real good meals. And when I tell you I was missing Chicago for that reason, I'm like, bruh, I miss the soul food. I miss this. I miss that. But now, when I tell you I could throw down in the kitchen, you better ask somebody. That's one thing I really don't do is put what I cook on YouTube. Like I probably got a couple recipes on here that I done put in my videos, but that's it. But man, yeah, Chicago food be banging. Real talk. But guess what? I learned how to make that stuff myself. Now I'm ready to go.
As the woman approached J Money's car, gunshots rang out. When she looked back, she saw J Money lying on the ground, bleeding. He had been shot. Despite her efforts to save him by performing CPR, J Money succumbed to gunshot wounds to the head. The murder of J Money was a devastating loss for the 300 block community. However, here is the opinion of J Hood from O Block.
What happened with J Money?
Oh, Jay, he was going to see Mona Lisa, and man, you know she got that man set up. I don't care what no.
Mona Lisa?
Well, let me not put that on her name. God forbid she did that. I hope she did. But most times it happened like that. Jay Money was going over there to visit his BM, and next thing you know, the ops knew exactly where he was coming, and they killed him right on her doorstep. And Prince Dre was in the car. Dre was in the car, and I saw Dre, bro. It was broke down. Like, when I saw Dre, he was beat down. Like, bro,
Yeah, down south. Look, I want to go visit Texas. Yeah, I ain't been to Texas in a minute. Last time I've been to Texas, man, I think I was like 10 years old. But man, I used to go to Texas with my church, like when I was in church. We used to go every year. We would take trips to Houston, Austin, Texas, and we'll stay down there for like 4 days. And man, Texas got some good barbecue. Good barbecue. But down south, yeah, they got that yum. Could y'all please stop talking about food? Because my stomach is growling right now, and I don't even want to eat nothing because I don't have a taste for nothing right now. I'm trying to look at this.
Because they did it right in front of them. And mind you, he probably was terrified because, like, they could have looked at the car, tried to come. But, yeah, they saw J Money. I don't know if, you know how people beat us. So they like, we saw the whole time. You ain't see because when the shots blew, you ducked. But then when they left, you looked up.
Friends and family took to social media to mourn the 21-year-old who was soon to become a father. Chicago rapper Capo, a member of the Glory Boys entertainment camp, considered J Money his brother. Up thinking about J Money.
Mr. Nice Guy, stop. Please. Get some help. No, I'm just playing. You said I am making tacos but using Dorito chips too. We had that the other day. All we do is eat chicken tacos over here, man. We be eating. My husband be up in the kitchen making barbecue tacos and let me stop.
Wasn't my homie or my friend. That was my brother love you, bro, he wrote. No arrests were ever made in connection with J Money's murder. Meanwhile, the cycle of violence in Chicago continued, claiming more young lives. Lake Capone, killed in 2013.
Do y'all hear all this? It's like literally a domino effect. Like, all of them is up out of here. Lord God, this is crazy. These men had so much more, man. They had so much more to live for, and they just gone over some rap music, drill rap at that. These men could have really been somebody. These young men could have really been somebody. And it's just sad. It's sad. I do have compassion still. I don't care if they was talking about each other. And, I mean, yeah, you reap what you sow. You reap exactly what you sow, unfortunately. But it's just sad, man. They had so much to live for. I'm pretty sure some of them had kids, and y'all lost y'all lives and stuff over some drill rap music. It's not even worth it. He talking about my stomach is moderating at this point. um, what the heck is going on? Y'all really talking about food, bro? Time says ain't nothing like spicy fried curry tacos that I'm having tonight. Y'all gotta go get on board. Okay. Make sure you put that text that to me. Spicy fried curry tacos. All right, bet. That's my next recipe. Stop playing, because we love tacos over here. We love it.
No, we need it now.
You said we need tacos? I'm tired of eating tacos now. I ain't gonna lie. But for real, y'all, come on. We got to go back to this right here, because the whole thing in a nutshell is, people are mocking death. And look at all these young men. All these young men in Chicago that have lost their life to gun violence from, dissing the next dude. And it's just sad. Oh, snap. Okay, there we go.
Leonard Anderson, known as Le Capone, was an American rapper from Chicago. He gained recognition through his hit songs Round Here and Play for Keeps, which showcased his unique delivery and street-inspired lyrics. Like Chief Keef and Lil Durk, Le Capone was a member of the Black Disciples gang. On September 26th, 2003.
No disrespect, all due respect to my husband. Real talk, all due respect to my husband. But these young men, these young men was not bad looking young men. And they really could have been somebody. Real talk. They really had so much to live for. No lie. And it's just sad that they lost their lives at such a young age. They could have been married, had kids by now, all of that.
13, the 17-year-old Anderson had just left a recording studio in the 7,000 block of South Stony Island Avenue. While walking through an alley, he was ambushed and shot. He suffered gunshot wounds to his lower back and right thigh, and tragically succumbed to his injuries. By August 2014, 3 individuals were charged in connection with L.A. Capone's murder. Saki Hardy.
I got 2 sons, okay? And I will be damned. Real talk. 2 handsome little boys. And I would be damned if they enter into this type of industry. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing no drill rap music, none of that. Because they got too much to live for. Real talk. I want them to grow up, get married, have children, and be somebody in life. Not a drill rapper. Okay? You said, I believe L.A. Capone and Young Pappy was going to be superstars, and Lil JoJo is how everything started. It's crazy how the Chief Keef and Lil JoJo situation, it took it this far years later down the line. 13 years later? Man.
Johnson and Michael Mays, affiliated with the gang 051 Young Money, were charged with first-degree murder. Mako Buchanan, the driver of the vehicle during the attack, pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 45 years in prison. The death of L.A. Capone sent ripples through the Chicago rap scene, leaving fans and peers mourning the loss of another promising young artist. Trife, killed in 2013.
In the hood, bro.
Tavash, Trife. Kaiser was a rapper advocating for an end to gang violence and was not believed to have been a target. At the time of his death, he was editing his music video, Respect the Youth,
Brother Planet get back, sipping cognac, looking told his mommy.
Which highlighted the bloody epidemic of murders happening in Chicago. On October 7th, 2013, two individuals approached him on foot and shot him in the head in the 7300 block of South Dorchester Avenue.
Man, that's sad. That is sad. That's sad. That's sad, bro.
Trife was rushed to a local hospital, but tragically passed away the following day.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I cannot stop my sons from whatever road they decide to take. You know what I'm saying? But I can say that they got two damn good parents right here. And my daughters. All of my daughters as well. I don't want them to enter into the drill rap, industry because that's what they want to do. But they got two amazing parents right here, though. We cannot stop our children from taking the wrong road. We can't, because that's their journey. So if you turn 18 and this is what you decide that you want to do, I can't stop you. I can't stop you at all. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not about to be a supporter of my sons and my daughters getting out here doing drill rap because that's what they want to do. I'm not about to be like, oh yeah, son, get that money, hell yeah. I'm not finna tell my daughters, yeah, go on, shake your ass. No, I'm not finna support that. That's not what we doing in this family. We don't support people, none of our kids becoming drill rappers. One of my daughters, man, this little girl, she's so smart. I said, what you want to be when you grow up? She said, a rapper. I said, a who? A what? She said, a rapper, mommy. A rapper. Like, I said, what? You want to be a rapper? No, the kind of rapper where you rap candy. Really trying to play with me, though. Knowing doggone well, she know what type of rapper she... Now, when I ask her, what do you want to be when you grow up? She says she wants to help babies. She wants to be a baby doctor. I said, oh, so you mean a pediatrician? She said, yeah. I said, so you don't want to be a rapper anymore? She was like, nah, I don't want to be a candy rapper. Super smart, though. She know what time it is. Uh-oh. Mr. Rice ma'am says, yeah, don't let boys be gangster and girls be whores. Exactly. We ain't doing that over here. Nah, I want my daughters to grow up and be, and I don't want them to do OnlyFans. We're not doing drill rap, but I mean, like I said, I cannot control their lifestyle. If they grow up and they decide to take the wrong way, even after everything that we taught them and everything, at the end of the day, man, I can't force you to be someone that you don't want to be. I cannot force you to do things the right way if you decide to do things the wrong way, because at that point, that's your journey. See, I had to live and I had to learn through everything as well. I've been there, done that. Trust me, I wasn't no drill rapper, but yeah, I was doing some things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I ended up having to learn the hard way. So, yeah. Tom says, when you hear a Young Money, there's actually two Monies in Chicago. Is okay. I want to be careful when I talk about stuff like that on here too. I got to be careful saying this stuff, He said, and the crazy thing about Chicago and their game, cousins and brothers could be beefing with each other. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I done seen all of that. People getting into it with their own cousins, and because of drill rap beef, it's just diabolical.
An investigation, no arrests were made. The case, like many others, seemed to receive little attention, leaving a sense of injustice for the young man who sought change. Don Darius, killed in 2013. Ladarius Briscoe, known as Don Darius, was an aspiring musician at the time of his untimely death. He had uploaded several music videos to YouTube, including Coolin' on the Tray, Competition, and hang with me.
I'm like, these dudes got guns all in the camera. We talking 2013. 2013. That was a year after my senior year. And my oldest daughter was an infant, you know. So I mean, it's just crazy how I watched the drill rap music start. I watched the very start of it. You know, I was a senior in high school when the drill rap music started here in Chicago, and how I watched these ninjas get into it with each other, kill each other and everything over this stuff. And now just looking at it today, 13 years later down the line, is crazy. It's crazy.
He was known for his conflicts with the Black disciples, often mocking them in his songs and videos, and frequently chanting BDK, which stands for Black Disciple Killer. On December 16th, 2013, Ladarius suffered a fatal gunshot wound to the head in the Chatham neighborhood. He was rushed to the hospital but soon succumbed to his injuries. His death was a devastating blow to his friends, who expressed their grief on Twitter. While the case was investigated, no suspects were arrested, leaving yet another tragedy unresolved. Lil Mark, killed in 2014.
Nah, I'm not 35. I'll be 32 this year. 32. I know I look young as ever. People be like, dang, is you like 19, 18? Nah. You know what's crazy? Shoot. At times, I was still getting carded. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, when I had turned 21, they thought that I was 15. But honestly, everybody in my family look young. They look young and they old and they look young. Adzo says, hey, says Jesus is the way, truth, and life. Yes, for sure. We'll learn to be humble only from our orders, but if they don't have God, our young have to learn another way. Yes, that is 100%. That's one I had to learn. I'm just glad that I didn't end up, 6 feet under or behind bars. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I did have my times where I ended up behind bars, but, it wasn't for years. And, the longest that I had to stay behind bars was like 2 months. But, I learned my lesson. I learned to not hang with certain people. Man, it got to the point where I just completely isolated myself and decided to not have no friends at all. And here we are 6.5 years later, no friends, no friends, no friends, no new friends, no new friends. My best friend is Jesus and my husband. That's it. Those are my two best friends. You said when you say they carded you, are you saying you puff and sip? No. When I was 21, you know how when you be extremely thirsty to get older, when you turn 21, you can buy you some liquor and stuff like that. So man, I couldn't wait. I turned 21, 21st birthday, went in the liquor store, and I'm like, yes, I'm 21. Yes. Next thing you know, he was like, I need to see your ID. I'm like, come on, bro. Them days over with. Days over with. You look like you about 15, young lady. I gave him my ID and he was like, this gotta be fake. This gotta be fake. I'm like, no, I am 21. And it was just crazy because it didn't matter how grown I would dress. I still looked young, like a little kid. Still.
Mark Campbell, known as Lil Mark, was a drill rapper from Chicago and a member of the Mickey Cobra's gang, 051 Young Money. From late 2013 to early 2014, Young Money 051 became a significant target following the September 2013 murder of rival rapper Lay Capone, who was shot near a recording studio by members of Young Money 051. Lil Mark added fuel to the fire by releasing the song No Competition.
When I tell you I am from all over the city of Chicago, man, bruh, I'm telling you I'm from everywhere. I'm from everywhere. But Like, I stayed on the south side majority of my life. I was born and raised on the west side, but I moved to the south side of Chicago when I was 4 years old and stayed on the south side ever since. And yeah, I'm from every part of the south side, even the far south side of Chicago. So, I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me, but I still mind my business. I do not connect with old friends or none of that. I'm cool.
In March 2014.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of like YNs. Well, you might as well call them old ends now. But I know a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of them that's in this street stuff. I know a lot of them, and they probably in the grave by now. But because it's a shame. It's a shame. All they did was be in the streets, gang bang, do drill rap music too, just like this. So it's just sad.
The track disrespected several deceased individuals and called out Rondo Number 9 for being...
Wait, hold on. Young Money is on 51st and Cottage? Where's Young Money? Where are they from? 51st and... trying to think. 51st and Cottage. What's up, Ren? What's up? Welcome back.
Being shot the day after Lay Capone's death at a candlelight vigil. The song escalated tensions and resulted in 2 attempts on Lil Mark's life within 72 hours of its release. On March 28, 2014, Lil Mark was fatally shot while standing at a bus stop. An armed assailant shot him in the head before fleeing in a van, which was later found abandoned and engulfed in flames. Big Glow, killed in 2014. Mario Hess, known as Big Glow at the time of his death, and formerly as...
I don't know how old this dude was, but man, bro, you look like you about 38 doing drill rap music. What's up? Oh shit, somebody said, oh damn. Ain't it crazy how I said something about Young Money and somebody named Young Money came in here? Look, don't come after me. I don't want no smoke. Nope. I'm cool. Yeah, we just talking about mocking death and drill. Right now, we talking about drill rap music. But before this, we was talking about Charlie Kirk. So y'all can rewind the live stream if you want to. Or if you just want to leave and just come back, whatever the case may be. Don't care. But yeah, right now we talking about drill rap music in Chicago. The prayer, what's up, Tehran? Be respectful in the live stream, that's all we ask. Adzo says looking young has been scientifically proven to relate to your way of life, mostly the emotional well-being, but it could be genetic. But it is known that people who grow in pain will show. Yes, and I was telling my husband that the other day. I said, it's crazy, man. A lot of people dislike us because we don't look like what we go through. I'm telling you, y'all don't even know what we going through right now. We going through a lot, but I still have the strength to get up every single day, live my life regularly. One thing I'm grateful for is life, and I'm just grateful that I'm not underneath your feet or behind bars. I'm glad that I still got my freedom. So that's all that matters to me. I don't care about money. I don't care about a job. I don't care, about, of course we got to care about what we go through, but I don't let it affect me. That's the thing. Because when it affects you, you will see bags under my eyes, but I don't got bags under my eyes, baby. I'm still a good mother. I'm still doing for my children, for my child that I have right now. Still a good woman, still a good wife, and I still love God no matter what. No matter what I got to go through, I still love God. I will never give up. And I still would do everything in my power to refrain from allowing my heart to grow cold, because I'm so glad that I'm not like everybody else that's online exposing their demons to the world, showing everybody how evil and hateful they truly are, talking about that's what Charlie Kirk get. Well, you gonna have to answer to the Most High with that one. You know, anybody that's mocking anybody deaf, no matter what. I don't care. Even if you mocking somebody losing their job, you still gonna have to answer to the Most High. Y'all gotta stop doing that, man. For real, it's not funny. It is not funny. We can't mock. Even it is a chain reaction. You gotta understand that, because the people that is mocking Charlie Kirk's death, they got fired from their jobs, and then you got people that's laughing at the people that get fired from their jobs, and then when something happened to them, and then now they boo-hooing and crying. It's just a chain reaction. It's a domino effect. So we just have to stop mocking things. Like, we just gotta stop. And we know that we better than that as people. And like I said, if you have a problem with anything I'm saying in regards to mocking death, and you feel like, no, that's what they get. That's what they get. You know, no matter what, read Proverbs chapter 17, verse 5, and you will find out.
Blood Money was the oldest member of Chief Keef's Glory Boys Entertainment, GBE crew, and Keef's second cousin. He was regarded as the elder statesman of Keef's local imprint, and had released several mixtapes of gritty street rap, gaining recognition on the local drill scene. His mixtape, Drug Wars, recorded in 2013 under Glory Boys, helped propel him to a recent contract with Interscope Records. Big Glow was on the cusp of a
It's sad how a lot of these older guys, you know, because this guy looked like he in his 30s. I could be wrong, you know. But it's just sad how a lot of these older guys, too, you know, they just really feel like, yeah. What you gonna do? I'm somebody. Yeah, walk past me. Don't walk past my hood. It's like, bro, you're 45. Chill. Chill. Then they be having kids. You know, I don't understand this. I don't. I'm just so glad that I have a husband that, what's up, Black Light? I'm just so glad that I have a husband that left the streets alone a long time ago, way before I even got in the picture. I'm just glad that he is a loving father. He loves his children. He is a family man, and he is just not a street ninja. I'm glad. I'm glad he don't do drill rap and all that. I'm just grateful, you know.
Transitioning from a local star to a nationally recognized rapper, Glow's manager mentioned wanting to move him to another city. It's a lot of crime and violence in Chicago. These rap guys are being targeted, so, you know, just trying to get him outside the neighborhood. He's from the streets. He was basically trying to just get his rap career together, because that's a good opportunity, he said. They gave him some money up front. It was a good chance for him to get himself out the hood. On April 9th, 2014, two gunmen opened fire on Elizabeth Avenue. Mario sustained 10 gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead at John H. Stroger Jr., Hospital of Cook County. Police found over 24 shell casings at the crime scene.
With his situation, with him being killed and shit, people said it was chaos. Why you think people was hating on Blood?
You know, bro, folks them killed T-Roy and Ron killed that nigga. No matter what the else, and look, I might be saying it in a harsh way, but I'm no way and no form of fashion trying to be disrespectful to Blood. Rest in peace to Big Gang. Niggas was backdooring. That's why I'm speaking out on the shit. I don't know nothing. First Street know what's up. They know that it's been some shit going on for years now.
T-Roy and Chief Keef was cool. Why would T-Roy kill Chief Keef's cousin, though?
We can't even get to all the main logistics of it, but we just gonna say niggas as followers. T-Roy and Vaughn was who they was, but that don't mean that them niggas was like them.
One thing I have never understood about these dudes, man, is the fact that they just put their whole life and their energy, just like everybody else that's out here mocking Charlie Kirk's death. I don't understand how people just wake up in the morning. Shout out to what's his name, Shuler King, the comedian. He said the same thing. How do you wake up every day and put your whole life into this, like all your energy into, you know, hating the next person? You hate them. You hate their guts to the point where you want them off the face of this earth. And then y'all be like, yeah, smoking on that pack. Like, dang. I don't understand. I don't get it. Then y'all got kids. Y'all don't even care about the kids. You can't tell me that you care about your children if you do this every day of your life. How do you wake up every day of your life and you still got to look over your shoulder? Yeah, who that is? You paranoid? Man. Oh, man, I used to hate hanging around people like that out here for real. Like, just, that's exactly why I used to cut ties with a lot of people, because they was just too paranoid. You can't do stuff and say stuff and then go out in public and then now you like, hold on, oh shit, I think that's them niggas right there. Man, hell no. I'm cool. I do not want to be around you. You said Charlie was once a baby, but he gone now. Whoever is alive could easily be gone in their sleep. What's wrong with being careful and wishing good for everyone? Death is for all. No one. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, there's life and then there's death. Just like you said, there's life and there's death. And then when it's our time to go, it's our time to go. But a lot of these ninjas out here, they believe that they're God. So, you know, they feel like they can take your life. Your life is in their hands. They could take your life at any given second just based off of the things that you say. And if you say smoking on that pack, you know what I'm saying? It's like now they can determine your life and they can take your life away. And now they hunting you down and they got to figure out where you at. Find the ops. You know, what the ops? What the ops? The ops. Ops. Gotta find the ops. What the ops say? What the ops? Yeah, they go the ops right there. And it's like, bro, how do y'all wake up every day? And you got kids. Your kids in the other room, they sleep. You laying down with your BM because y'all ain't in no relationship. A lot of y'all niggas, y'all really just lay down with these females. That's all you do. You just lay down with them and give it up to them just like they giving it up to you. You know, your kids is in the other room, but you don't care about your kids. But first thing you do is reach for your pistol and then you put it in your waistband and you gotta go find the ops. You ain't even wash up or nothing. You ain't brush your teeth. You don't wash your hands. A lot of these, I don't understand that. These females out here too, they love laying down with these ninjas that got dirt up underneath their fingernails, crust in their eyes, crust in their ass. You know what I'm saying? Still ain't wash up, still stinking, dreads stinking, all of that. But they just want to lay down with, but then they look at a good man that's willing to take care of them, to treat them like a queen and say, hell no, you ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Get the fuck out of my face. And it's like, so you would rather lay down with this dude right here that don't wash up. You know he don't wash up. You know, all he do is smoke. He roll up all day. Yeah, he getting money, but he getting that scam money. You know what I'm saying? He cracking cards. He getting money for all the wrong reasons. Real talk. He getting that fast money. He getting money off of doing drill rap music, but you want to lay down with him. A lot of these ninjas really will put on brand new, clean, designer clothes and be dirty as I don't know what, and y'all still will lay down with him. Because he got a nice car, he got some money, he look good, and he be getting his dreads retwisted and getting his hair lined up and all this lined up, but he's still dirty though. And he still don't care about you. He don't care about you. He don't care about them kids. He about to go out in the streets. And then after he do what he do in the streets, he finna go get him another female and lay up with him. But you can't do nothing for me. You ain't got no money. Like, what's wrong with these females? Yeah, they are. You know, these mothers are in pain. They crying. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be 100. So I just want to clear this up because maybe I just move too fast. But I'm not specifically talking about the guys that's dead. I do not want to speak on the dead. But the one thing that I don't understand about these females is how they do lay down with these ninjas that be out here getting money in the worst ways, doing drill rap, all of that, you know. And I'm talking about while they're alive. And I'm talking about the ninjas that's alive right now. And the females, you know, they laying down with them, laying up with them right now. And they laying up with these females too. You know, it's a lot of different diseases out here, but people don't care, you know. They don't care. They just be like, yeah, man, she got that, yeah, she just gave me some top. I'm like, all they care about money, cars, clothes, literally hoes, you know, try not to say it, but I mean, that's all they care about. They don't even care about their kids. They got like 5 baby mamas and 10 kids and still don't care. Still popping off more females and talking about, man, it's crazy as hell. Like, real talk. Yeah, you said facts are black men are dying behind the mocking in drill rap, and it is sad. Yeah, and these females, unfortunately, they out here doing the same thing, doing drill rap in Chicago. And I mean, honestly, they think it's cool. They think it's sexy. You know, they think it's sexy to twerk with pistols in their hand at the same time. How do you do that? Please explain. And some of them got kids of their own. And they risking their kids' lives and they risking their own life because they need to get money the fast way. They got to get money the fast way. They can't wait on it. They need it now.
His life ended just as he had the chance to start anew. OTF Nunu, killed in 2014.
Okay. Man, we all heard about this guy, but I didn't really look too deep into this one right here.
MacArthur Swindle, known as OTF Nunu, was a drill rapper from Chicago and a cousin of rapper Lil Durk. Like many of his contemporaries, Swindle's drill rap focused on his life experiences. His songs were energetic, centered on having a good time and maintaining close relationships with those dear to him. He was one of those kids who saw an opportunity to put himself in a better position with his music, said Merk Murphy, who runs a studio where Swindle was recording the new tracks. On May 31st, 2014, the rapper was sitting in a sport utility vehicle in the 700 block of East 87th Street in the South Side neighborhood when he was approached and shot. Swindle then crashed into the storefront of a nearby store. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police linked the incident to conflicts between rival gangs, but Nunu's aunt denied any connection to such activity. The case remains unsolved. Phoebe G. Duck, killed.
He say Phoebe G. Oh my goodness. He's talking about Phoebe G. Okay, FBG AI. Because we know this is the AI. FBG. Okay. Yeah, I remember when FBG Duck got gunned down. What was that, in the Gold Coast neighborhood? Downtown, kind of like downtown Chicago. Yeah, it was a crazy day.
In 2020. Carlton Weekly, known as Phoebe G. Duck, began his career in
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at this man's death, but the way he's saying his name, he talking about Phoebe G. Like, come on, bro.
2013 within Chicago's drill music scene. In 2018, he gained fame with his hit Slide, which 21 Savage later remixed. Over the last 5 years of his life, he released 4 albums and numerous solo singles with his rap crew, Flyboy Gang. On August 4th, 2020, a shooting occurred in a luxury boutique shopping district near downtown, in the Gold Coast area. 4 individuals exited a vehicle and fatally shot Carlton before fleeing the scene. His girlfriend and another shopper were also injured and taken to the hospital.
Duck death is one of the sickest shit I ever seen. Guys come like Al Capone and spray him down. The man in one of the safest areas in the world and lose his life. But he be in them ghetto-ass neighborhoods every day and he would say, shit can happen at a blink of an eye. All that shit be backdoor. Shit, Duck was out here in Chicago dangerously.
Federal.
That's my thing, like, This no disrespect to the dead either, but like honestly, when you getting this money, you doing drill rap and you getting all this money and stuff like that, why do y'all I honestly, a lot of them was a lot too, I hate to say this because I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, but people be too prideful. I'm gonna just say that. People get all this money and they be too prideful. No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm finna stay in my city. This my hood. And it's like, bro, you getting all this money, bro. Go on head on. Just go. Just go live your best. Do your music and your rap career somewhere else in a beautiful neighborhood. Get that lifestyle that you've been trying to reach for. That, all of the beautiful cars and the nice homes and stuff. Go on and get that. Go ahead. Don't be in Chicago, but some of them they do choose to live out of Chicago, but they come back because they be feeling like, yeah, everybody love me now, but like dude said, it be some backdoor stuff going on. People do not like to see you doing good. They don't. Honestly, I don't really and truly know what really happened, but at the same time, y'all gotta stay away from this for real. Get you some money like you want, get your little drill rap music money, and go on. Don't stay here. This is just it's too dangerous. It will get too dangerous. Cause people be hating, man. They hate on you. They don't want to see you doing good. You said growing up in Africa, my mom got the male neighbors to discipline us boys, and she had the girls to discipline. Today, no one is willing to help a mother if her child is misbehaving, because no man. Exactly. Yeah, because no men are in the house, bruh. And that is the problem. These men need to understand that it is very important to be a part of your child's life. See, the father is the one that should discipline the child, to be honest. Real talk. Especially the boys. Especially the boys. Because the women don't know what to do with these little boys. They don't know. They do not know what to do. They will send their ass out here and allow the streets to raise the boys. And then they be all messed up in the head. And they be like, yeah, my daddy wasn't a part of my life, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I got out here and I did what I had to do. And then they think that it's okay because they felt like, my mother should not have to take on their responsibility. It was my father's duty. But since my father wasn't there, I'm finna go out in the streets. And a lot of these little YNs, they do not like to see their mama struggling, So they go to the streets and they get the fast money that way, even if that means risking their own life for it. And it's like, I just do drill rap music, or I just sell drugs, or whatever the case may be. I got to get this money some way, somehow, because my mama's struggling. The lights is off. We ain't got no food in the house. Stuff like that. But it's not okay, though. Serge says a woman does not get pregnant without giving consent to have sex. The Bible says we should not have premarital sex. At no point is deadbeats anything but a woman's responsibility. I was, and you know what, I'm gonna do a live stream on this because I feel like a lot of men need to know this. They need to understand that a lot of these women be setting these dudes up. They be setting them up. First and foremost, as a woman, I must make it known, and I have to say this, and I know a lot of women are probably gonna dislike me for saying this, but as a woman, we know for a damn fact that we can get pregnant. When you lay down with that man, don't sit up there and be like, he got me pregnant, baby girl. You knew that you were fertile at that moment. You know when your fertile days are. You knew that you was fertile at that moment to be able to get pregnant. He impregnated you because you were fertile, okay? That's the thing. It takes two. It takes two. And a lot of these women be trying to act like, I'm not going to say that that's always the case, but majority of the time, a lot of these women be trying to act like they ain't know that they was going to get pregnant. They ain't know they was going to ever be pregnant. Girl, you knew doggone well that you was fertile. You had you had those ovulation cramps and you knew that you was ovulating and that man released in you and now you pregnant. Now you sitting up, he got me pregnant. Where he at? Come on, man. So I want to make a live on that. I have to make a live stream on that maybe tomorrow in the next 2 days. But yeah, I got to talk about that because a lot of these guys need to understand that these women, they really do be setting up these guys. They do. They set them up, and then they try to turn around and act like the baby daddy ain't around and stuff. Baby, you knew that you could get pregnant. You knew that. Because in order to get pregnant, trust me, I got 6 children now, all right? In order to get pregnant, you have to ovulate as a woman. And when you ovulating and when you have an ovulation, when you going through the ovulation phase, you have the ovulation cramps and it hurts like hell. And you know doggone well that is the fertile time. It's time for you to get pregnant. So a lot of these females be on some setup stuff. They be on some, they don't tell y'all that. Y'all don't be knowing that. They don't tell you that. Unless you in a committed relationship and you married or whatever the case may be, and you and your man decide that y'all want to have a baby. But a lot of these females that have the deadbeat baby daddies and stuff that ain't around, you know, a lot of these ninjas didn't even know that once I releasing her, I ain't know she was gonna get pregnant. But these females do. They know. They be knowing, they just ain't gonna say nothing. And they turn around, they try to act like, you know, 4 weeks later, oh my God, it's a positive. Oh my goodness. Girl, stop the lies. Y'all really be setting these men up, and it's sad because a lot of these men really don't know that they can get y'all pregnant. Unfortunately, I want to tell the men, please stop releasing in these females and thinking ain't nothing gonna happen. Because, baby, when I tell you, these girls know doggone well they can get pregnant. They feel it. They feel the ovulation cramps. They know that it's ovulation time and they're fertile. Okay? So that's how they be getting pregnant. And then once they pregnant, they sitting up there looking lost as I don't know what. So, yeah. Take notes, please. A lot of y'all men don't know that. But it's okay. Y'all stay tuned. Subscribe. A lot of these females is probably going to hate me for this, but I have to get the truth out. We're going to do another live stream, and we're going to talk about how, you know, females be setting up these ninjas and trapping them. And they be getting pregnant knowing doggone well. No, come on now. You going out for drinks with your girls. Next thing you know, you end up in the bed with this dude. And then next thing you know, you're pregnant and he running away. Because he ain't know that you was going to end up pregnant. But you knew doggone well that you can get pregnant. You was ovulating. They be telling their friends and stuff, girl, I'm finna get pregnant by him. Girl, oh, he finna be my baby daddy. Next thing you know, he your baby daddy for real. Real talk. But he ain't know he was going to be your baby daddy. He just felt like, man, had to do it. A lot of these ninjas be trying to act like they don't know how to pull out or none of that. They just release. Let it go. Then you created a human being. Now what? Y'all got to stop running away from y'all responsibilities too. For real, because that's not okay. That is not okay. If you get a female pregnant, be there for your child, because these children, they need you. Now, I do understand that some of these females are extremely bitter and they don't want the man around, you know, and they be petty as I don't know what. Real talk, because they be feeling like they can get child support. Man, we already talked about all that, but that's the problem too. A lot of these females will push the man away because they want the government to become their baby daddy instead of baby daddy being baby daddy. You know, they don't want baby daddy in the picture. They will rather the government because they know that they can get all this assistance, cash assistance, food stamps, medical, Section 8, low income, all of that, long as he ain't around. Keep him away. Keep him out of the picture. Child support, all of that. Yeah, you want, yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is exactly why it is these boys, these little boys and these little girls and these teenagers, they suffer from fatherlessness is because these women, they let the system get in the way of everything too. Then they just be petty as hell and they just be like, you ain't got no money, so you was not finna see your child. Move around, going on somewhere. Child support. Come on now. Cosmic says, I I don't know what you're talking about. You said we as men don't love God either. We use it to hate on others. Stop hating to get women's attention. Facts. Facts. Hating to get women's attention. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad because a lot of these females, they be like, ooh, he attractive, girl. Look, I remember that one time, once upon a time, when a lot of females was lurking on these YNs that had dreadlocks. Long as you got dreads. I remember that era. What era was that? Was that 2010? I think it was like 2010, 2011. Long as you got you some dreads, you know, she going. Okay? She gonna lay down with you long as you got some dreadlocks. Ooh, and his pants sagging. Girl, he fine as ever. And he got some money. He got $20. He got money. Like Joshua says, we as people have to stop supporting this music talking about murdering, killing, and sleeping around and not having a family. Yup. Yes, facts. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is not cool. I do not like drill rap music. See, back then, 11 years ago, I would have definitely liked drill rap music. That was the old me. The new me, I don't like the stuff. I don't like it, man. Because they ain't doing nothing but sitting up here chanting, and it's power within the tongue. Real talk.
Investigators linked the shooting to the violent feud between Duck's Tookaville faction of the Gangster Disciples and the O-Block set of the Black Disciples. The years-long conflict was sparked by rap tracks between Duck and King Von, an O-Block leader who allegedly announced a bounty on Duck and was then shot dead a few months later. A Chicago community activist commented on Phoebe G. Duck death. He was pretty popular, and at the end of the day, there are going to be a lot of people angry at this, Mr. Green told the Sun-Times. A lot of young people are going to lose hope because he was an idol. It's going to take the city a large effort to help young people cope with this loss. 6 members of a notorious gang were arrested, and in 2024, all were convicted of carrying out the contract killing. King Von, killed in 2020. King Von was an American rapper and gang member from Chicago, affiliated with the Black Disciples gang.
You funny. He said, good night, sis. Tacos ready. God bless. All right, good night. Appreciate you for being in the live stream. Yeah, make sure you save us some tacos, too.
In 2018, he signed with Lil Durk's record label, Only the Family. His 2018 single, Crazy Story,
Let me know if you wanna eat. She like Von, you want.
and his 2020 single, Took Her to the O,
So I bought some dope, took her to the O, just got her top.
both earned triple platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America. King Von achieved initial success as a rapper in his hometown of Chicago, but later moved to Atlanta, where he would...
I'm sorry. I cannot move to Louisiana. I cannot, if I was a rapper and I became successful, I am not moving to Louisiana. I am not moving to Atlanta, Indiana. I'm not going to Texas, Houston. I'm not going to New York. I'm not going to Cali. You catch me somewhere when you don't catch nobody else at. Real talk. And a lot of these rappers, they move to the most common areas, bruh. And it's like, man.
was tragically killed.
My brother just walked.
Like a lot of these Chicago drill rappers is literally living in Atlanta right now. And everybody know exactly where they at. They in Atlanta. Like, I'm not finna go to no Atlanta, man. Catch me somewhere where you will never find nobody.
And he walked in my house. And he said, he was like, he said it, he didn't say it in an exciting way, but he said it in a way of like, I thought you already know this, but he was like, you know King Von died? I said, what, bro? He said, you know, he died. They said he died last night, he got shot. Something like that, and it's in the middle of me cooking, bro. I look at my phone, and I see the shit. And I used to wake up and not touch my phone for like 2 hours or 3 hours just to keep Some type of peace and start my day right. So when I looked at it, it just hit me crazy. And I remember, boy, I dropped down to.
On October 6th, 2020, a fight broke out in the parking lot of Monaco Hookah Lounge on Trinity Avenue, escalating into a shooting between two groups. The incident was tied to the ongoing feud mentioned in the previous story about Phoebe G. Duck. King Von sustained multiple gunshot wounds and was transported to a hospital where he later died. 22-year-old Timothy Lowell Tim Leaks, a rapper affiliated with Quando Rondo, was identified as the shooter and taken into custody.
You walked up to King Von to dap him up. Can you take us through that night?
I don't even remember that night. That was so long ago. You know how that go. Man, I don't even remember too much ago.
However, in 2023, all charges against Leaks were dropped under Georgia's Stand Your Ground law. Bloodhound Lil Jeff, killed in 2024.
See, now the Lord have mercy. The Bloodhound Lil Jeff situation has escalated. It's 2025 now. They still going at it. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. All these YNs is into it, man. And then the age ranges, the age group. I'm seeing them as young as 7 years old, bro. 7 and 8 years old. That's how young they is out here in Chicago. 7, 8, carrying guns on them, into it with the ops already. And they mamas don't give a damn about where they at. How can you allow your 8-year-old child to go outside in the middle of the night robbing people? You don't even care about what he doing. You don't care. Your son is 8 years old. He supposed to be his behind in the bed. Shouldn't he still be playing with action figures? This little boy playing with guns. And that's how bad it is out here now. They're 8 and 9 years old playing with pistols and instead of playing with toys. Instead of taking bubble baths and reading books and stuff, reading books to your child at night or whatever the case may be. That don't even happen. No, you know what I'm saying? Legos. They don't even play with Legos no more. They don't even play Monster. You know, we used to play Monster age of 8. I'm outside with my cousins playing Monster, riding my bike, hopscotch, playing with my Barbie dolls. 8 years old? What grade was I in? I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, bro. You got 2nd and 3rd graders out here carrying guns, looking for the ops, pants sagging. They talking about they smoking on this pack and smoking on that pack. 8 years old. I be watching these little kids around here, young as ever, be getting high. Standing behind buildings getting high together. I'm not lying to you. This Chicago, nigga. Real talk.
Bloodhound Lil Jeff, an underground rapper from Chicago, became another victim of the city's gang violence. The shooting occurred on the 6600 block of South Rhodes Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. The rapper was struck by approximately 15 gunshots and was rushed to the hospital, where he was sadly pronounced dead.
15?
His close friend, Lil Scoom, 89...
15 gunshots? That definitely was some hatred. 15 shots. That was some real hatred.
Who was also fatally shot a month later, posted several heartfelt tributes to his friend on social media. "I love you, Emma, be with you real soon," he wrote, adding, "Damn."
Bruh, why is this AI? Why y'all? Come on, man. He talking about, "I love you, Emma, be with you." Like,
Bruda,
stop.
this she don't feel real. Lil Scoom, 89, killed in 2024. Assyrian Hogan, known as Lil Scoom, was celebrated for his raw lyrics and dynamic performance.
Now I heard about him. I heard about this boy right here, his death, and it sounds to me like some females from Chicago set him up. That's what, when I looked into it, they believe that the females set him up. Ain't that crazy? Y'all gotta be careful, man, with these little females, bro. I'm not saying that they really did, but that's what people saying. And I just feel like a lot of y'all boys, you know, these females will be the death of you. Especially these females nowadays in 2025. They don't care. Shoot, yeah, they act, and then a lot of y'all put it past them. Y'all don't feel like, oh, they ain't gonna set me up. They ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? She just trying to lay down with me. That's all. All I gotta do is just get some tail from her and going about my way. But they will backdoor you, especially in Chirac. Real talk. These females will lay down with you, do whatever you want. Whatever you want her to do to you, she'll do it to you. Then after that, she gonna set you up. And you gotta move careful. Real talk. You wanna be out here in the streets and stuff like that, which I highly don't recommend. Be careful. These females they ruthless.
He was gaining influence in Chicago's rap scene, building a growing fan base, and collaborating.
And it's crazy how they build fan bases and off of drill rap and waving guns in the camera. It's glorified. It's glorified by the city. It's glorified all across the world. They love this type of stuff, and this world is sick. I ain't gonna lie.
With other local artists.
They like violence and they like drill rap, and then they turn around and they like, yeah, send the National Guards, Trump. Which one? You got to pick a side.
On July 7th, 2024, Lil Scoom and his 16-year-old friend got into a verbal altercation with another man on the street in the Chatham neighborhood on Chicago's South Side, near his girlfriend's home. The dispute tragically ended with both Lil Scoom and his friend being shot as they walked home.
Lil Scoom died after y'all got in the house.
He passed away leaving the house.
Leaving the house?
Yeah.
So he got shot outside your house? Ooh.
We was all standing outside, and I walked my company out personally. So it was just me, his homie, and him. And we was standing at the gate. And they Uber pulled up, and Will, his homie, walked up to the car, and he was getting in the car first. And School was...
These females be tweaking. They be really tweaking. Like, y'all females got so much to live for. You can have children. You could be married. You could be doing something greater with your life. But y'all be trying to get in the midst of this drill rap beef too. And it's just crazy how y'all want to live y'all lives that way.
Still talking to me, and then he turned around and walked away. And as they was walking away and I was turning back to go inside the gate, they just got to shooting like everywhere. Like, it was so much shooting. And
the rapper was rushed to the hospital, where he later succumbed to his injuries. The police who responded to the call spotted the suspected shooter and initiated a chase, even involving the Chicago SWAT team. However, the suspect managed to escape. Was he truly that skilled, or did the police simply not make enough effort to catch him? The news of Lil Scoom...
That part, the police don't care. They're not going to make enough effort to catch him unless he's just some sort of celebrity with high status celebrity with a lot of damn money, millions and billions and trillions of freaking dollars and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean... Unless he's P. Diddy or somebody like that, then yeah, they'll find your killer. But if you doing drill rap, you ain't nobody to them. You know, you just a regular Chicago citizen, and they're not gonna take the time out to find your killer unless you pay them some money. You know, that's what a lot of people don't know. CPD, they get money under the table for real. Then they'll find your killer.
89's death deeply saddened his fans and the community as a whole.
I love Mama the Code. I got in my bag and trying to show off my butt.
The label he was signed to also expressed their sorrow. It is with great sadness that we share the loss of our artist at _LilScoom89. A true creative, Scoom's passion for music was evident in the near constant flow of songs and videos to his fans. His immense talent, ambitious vision, and quiet determination made him a one of one and an inspiration to so many. We will miss him dearly. Our thoughts are with his family. Rip Lil Scoom, LL Scoom. At the end of this story, it can be said that Chicago is in the midst of an undeclared war. Why does rap, which offers so many people hope for a better life, simultaneously foster a culture that kills? Someone must put an end to this.
Oh man, that's just sad. This city is just ugh. Man, Chicago is a beautiful city, bro. It's a beautiful city with an extremely high crime rate. And the government needs to stop freaking lying, and the mayor do too. We already know what type of city we live in. We've been born and raised here, so yeah, we know how it feels to live in the midst of danger. Y'all don't, cause y'all living in the midst of luxury. Luxury lifestyle. Y'all get to go home to y'all beautiful luxurious homes, and y'all wives and y'all children and your family. Y'all can sit on yachts and go golfing and do all type of fun things and have fun, and you can avoid danger because you got security around you all day. You good. But us as Chicagoans, we literally have to navigate through this dangerous ass city because y'all not doing anything about the crime. You're not trying to clean it up. You're trying to stop the National Guards from coming in. But honestly, Chicago just needs God. Chicago needs God. Chicago is a very dangerous city to live in. It's beautiful though. But, you got people like me and my husband that don't want to be here. We don't want to live in this dangerous ass city, okay? We don't want to be around this crime. That's why every chance we get, we try to get away from it. Go on somewhere far off. Go on take us a little vacation. Rather it's for like 24 hours or 72 hours or a week, just to get away from it. It's sad. It is very sad. But I just want to let y'all know, man, y'all got to stop mocking death. It's not funny. It's not a game. It's nothing to play with. Before I go, I just want to pull up this scripture again. I just got rid of it. But yeah, I want to pull up this scripture again because it all started with Chicago drill rap music. And it just escalated from there. It escalated. People believe that it's fun. They believe that it's funny. They believe nothing is going to happen to them. Look at the people that's losing their jobs behind the Charlie Kirk situation. Now they up there crying and screaming and hollering. Just afraid. A lot of y'all have, like I said, a lot of y'all been afraid to lose y'all jobs and stuff like that. You're afraid to actually be without money. And that's a shame. And unfortunately, you reap what you sow. But I just feel like if you did lose your job behind this Charlie Kirk situation, or if you do want to change and you don't want to mock death anymore, now is the time. Because Proverbs chapter 17, verse 5 specifically says, whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished. Yeah, that's what the scriptures say. So basically, you cannot mock death. We are all created in the image of God, and it's not okay. It is not okay. So nevertheless, y'all, be blessed out there. Stay tuned for the next upcoming stream. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day after that, who knows? But yeah, I'm going to definitely do a stream on how these women be trapping these men. And lying, talking about, I don't know how I got pregnant. Girl, bye, stop lying. Anyway, nevertheless, y'all, wake them folks up.